And I went to my best friend and I said, if and when I ever come to you with an argument between my husband and I, don't ever side with me. You side for my marriage.
Woo!
I stopped doing keynotes. I would do 48 keynotes a year. It was a major revenue stream into my business.
Yeah.
And I slowly shut it all down. And when people say, why are you not doing keynotes? I said, because I want to learn how to be his fiance.
While you were going through this journey and you're telling all these people no, all these bookings, that people ever start planting seeds in your head like, oh, she caught up with this man and now she's leaving her purpose. You're turning down all these speaking engagements for what, 2 years?
By the time we got married, I was 55. To do that at 55,
Yeah.
after Oprah, after Larry King, after Steve Harvey, after Dr. Phil, it was like this pinnacle happened. Everyone who loves me loved to watch me be loved.
Yeah. Without further ado, welcome to Dear Future Wifey podcast. Our homies, Lisa Nichols and Marcellus Hall. How y'all doing?
Oh,
We're doing great. Thanks for having us.
Wonderful, wonderful. After I showed him me, I was so nervous. And I know my sisters, I know some of you have experienced this. I gotten the notice from men before that said, I don't want to be the stepman to your Oprah.
That part right there. Yeah.
And I was always confused, like how can the very success that attracted you to me be the very barrier that stops us?
In the Bahamas, I'm famous, right?
man.
So
He said, I'm that dude.
right. So
You're in my territory. You're on my soil.
Not in the right in the
And
not in
that
the bad
was
way.
perfect.
So-
It was
Yeah.
perfect that we were actually on his soil.
Yeah.
Because he got to open all the doors to access for me. And I had never had that kind of human shelter.
Yeah. Let's rewind. How did y'all meet?
Oh wow. So
What started as a search for understanding became a journey of transformation. Every letter that I wrote led me to this day, the day I got married.
November the 22nd, 2025. Dear my forever.
Forever is a long time. That's how long I'll love you. Those lyrics echo through every fiber of my soul at the very thought of you.
This journey has culminated with you as both the award and the reward of my pursuit of love. You are the award, the honor God placed before me, the recognition of growth, healing, and becoming the man I needed to be.
And you are the reward, the blessing given after endurance, the gift promised to those who refuse to faint.
This isn't just our story. This is for all of us. I'm Laterris R. Whitfield.
And I'm Ashley R. Whitfield.
Welcome to the Dear Future Wifey podcast.
Welcome to Dear Future Wifey podcast. I'm your host, Laterris R. Whitfield.
And I'm Ashley R. Whitfield.
Listen, are you still shacking up with us? If you're still shacking up with us, come on. Can we get a commitment? Hit that subscription button and subscribe. Make sure you turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified about upcoming episodes. Listen, I looked on our analytics and I've noticed that even though we have 670,000 subscribers, 50% of the people who watch the Dear Future Wifey podcast haven't subscribed. So what's the problem? Y'all got commitment issues. Y'all need to know that our mission is to increase marriage rates in the Black community and decrease divorce statistics while providing tools so that we can do relationships a whole lot better. So we need you to just do your part. Hit that subscription button and subscribe and turn on your notification bell. Listen, today's episode is going to be extremely powerful. Let me tell you something. Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, to get somebody like this on the podcast, you gotta spend tens of thousands of dollars because this legend in the game, she don't come free. So God found favor on us to have her on the Dear Future Wifey podcast. And so without further ado, welcome to Dear Future Wifey podcast, our homies, Lisa Nichols and Marcellus Hall. How y'all doing?
we're doing great. Thanks for having us.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Listen, you know, I had to say, let's go ahead and push record because you and Miss Ashley had wanted to get into a whole conversation about
Yes.
y'all LA roots. So I'm just gonna step back and let y'all go ahead and continue what y'all were talking about.
Go ahead.
No, you said you lived in Pasadena.
I'm from Pasadena.
You're from Pasadena, and that was like my epic. I so want to live in Pasadena, like, cause I come from South Central LA, like Martin Luther King Boulevard and Western, and Pasadena was like the high ground. And I said, one day I'm gonna be able to afford to live in Pasadena. And then as I grew my life and my business, I forgot. I forgot. I was like, man, my son decided to go to Le Cordon Bleu Culinary Institute, and it was in Pasadena. And I'm looking for him a place. I'm like, man, I forgot. I forgot I wanted to live in Pasadena. So,
Wow. What
Yeah.
a small world. I was actually born at Huntington Hospital, but I
wow.
can't say that I lived in Pasadena. I actually grew up in Altadena.
Okay.
Which I love because it has had before the fires, the
Yes.
second highest concentration of, middle class
Yeah.
Black families.
yeah, it was so beautiful
Yeah.
there. It was like the place to aspire to. So, you're my homegirl.
Yes.
Yeah, I was down the street.
Down the street, just down the 110.
Down the 110.
Yeah.
That's exactly where I was. Hiding out.
Hiding out. So let me just jump right on in here. Welcome. What I love and the reason why I wanted y'all on the podcast is because a lot of people that watch the Dear Future Wifey podcast, those that are in their 50s and 60s, they have DM'd us and said, why don't y'all get people on the podcast that found love in their 50s?
Yeah.
And so when I've heard y'all's story, I said, y'all are so perfect for it, as well as your individual stories. And so we just gonna jump on right on in there. How long have y'all been married?
Oh, what's it? 4 years, a little over 4 years now.
a
Yeah.
little
4
over
years.
4 years now.
Marcellus, do me a favor and pull your microphone
Yeah, I got
all
you.
the way
Yeah,
close.
there we go. All right.
Even closer.
All right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, right there. Right there. So a little over 4 years now.
Yes.
What's y'all's wedding date?
Was it March 11th? It was March 11th.
No, the reason why we hesitate is because I was on the Tamron Hall show and I got the day right,
But the
the
day
year wrong. I was like, and then I didn't correct it because I was like, how do you go back? It's gone. So I had to go home and tell my husband before it aired. I said, baby,
We've been married longer than we've had.
Right. There you go. Who knew?
March 11, 2022
Yes,
was
that is
our
correct.
wedding day. We actually dated during COVID, and I had just moved to the Bahamas in January of the year that COVID hit, and 42 days after I moved, it hit, and in the Bahamas, and that was a big move for me because I had never done anything for love. Meaning, I never made a big sacrifice. Love had to fit into my being a mom, fit into my business CEO. I didn't prioritize it. And I wanted to prioritize it with him. And so I was like, knees knocking, teeth chattering. I moved to the Bahamas.
And that's a long way from Los Angeles.
Right.
Now-
There you go.
Now, I didn't unpack my bags, though.
That's true, actually. She had suitcases on the ground somewhere, wasn't unpacked. So she was living out of a bag for a couple of days.
Digging inside to get
So
my
why?
underclothes.
Tell me why.
I was scared. There's no other, I would love to put a sexy reason on it, but my stomach, I woke up with my stomach in knots. I woke up with because I knew I was willing to put everything on the table. And I had never felt everything on the table. And by this time I had a lot to lose. I didn't want to be distracted. I watched some of my friends years ago have a devastating breakup and a part of them never bounced back. And something in me said, I don't want to be that girl. I don't want to be like, so it really was protection and nervousness. And I'm going to tell, can I tell?
Go ahead.
Yeah, talk about it.
I first of all, you got to know how we met because I don't want to throw out of order, but because the meeting part was crazy. But I wouldn't unpack my bags and I would like dig my hand down in my bag to get my underclothes and to get a shirt. So I wasn't even wearing matching stuff. I'd wear whatever I could pull out without having to unzip the bag.
Really?
They were all standing up still.
Yeah. This is true. Yeah, I can attest.
Did you notice that? Did you ever try to encourage her? Like, why don't
You know what? I never really. I didn't stress it a lot. I mean, she was there, so it
don't matter.
It was
He
cool.
don't stress
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
No, this one.
You be like, you here now?
So my whole thing was because I'm good for that. If I travel, sometime I got a bag it's gonna be there for a minute. I don't really worry about unpacking and putting it back in the drawer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just wait till it's empty again, just by me taking stuff out. So to me, it was not a big deal. It wasn't anything really unusual about that.
You didn't know the psychology.
Yeah, it wasn't until she. Oh, so that's why you had the bags like that all that time. But for me, it was just maybe she just like living out of a bag like me.
Yeah.
So I said, one day I was playing this song. Well, did I play the song or did you play? I played the song. You were at work.
Well, yeah.
I played a song by Layla James. Would you catch me if I fall for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the amount of tears that came from my body, unbeknownst to me, I realized that I just needed him to answer that. He said he liked me. He said he loved me. He said he wanted to date me. But he hadn't told me yet if he'd catch me if I fall for him.
That's good.
And so when he came in from work, he thought it was a regular day. He came into work and I played the song and I said, I need you to answer this. And I need you to answer this. And he went to answer. I said, no. You need to hear it again. And I played it a second time and he went to answer. I said, no. You need to hear every word. I'm going to play it again.
Wow.
I played it a third time. And he sat there and the third time he just really listened as if it were me talking. And he said, I have a song I need to play for you.
What song was that?
So,
He got caught up in the story. He's like,
so I the song that came to mind was because the song that came to mind was Music Soul Child, right? He has a song called "Teach Me How to Love."
Yeah.
That's mine.
So that's your fallback, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you know that song, right?
Yeah.
So I just played that song for her, and I was like, I have no problem loving you, but I got to know the parameters. Let me know what that looks like for you, and tell me how that fits in, and so I can now be able to love you the way that you want to be loved. And so it was just once I knew that, then it was good.
We laid across the bed for that entire evening, and I would play the song, and then we'd play his song probably 10 times.
Wow.
And we didn't talk. We just listened to what the words were saying to us. And the next day, I unpacked my bags.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow.
Y'all ain't gonna have me crying at the beginning of this interview. That's what y'all not gonna do. That's what y'all not gonna do.
You know who you invited in the studio.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. The next day you unpacked your bag. What you about to say, Boo?
I was going to ask, why was it so important for you to know that he would catch you if you fell?
That's a great question. I've been very clear on the calling on my life for years. There's a lot that I wasn't clear on. How would I make money do it? How's my son going to navigate life as an adult? Is he ever going to have a relationship with his father? There are a lot of questions in my life. But the calling on my life was never a question. I was very clear.
What's your calling?
My calling is it's everything that I do to help people press reset when they need to help people believe in their bounce back muscle, to help people touch their non-negotiable, to help people understand that don't put a period where God put a comma. Like, that's my jam. That's my jam, is to go, hold up. The best of you has yet to even see the world. So that's been that thing I've been representing for years. Like, you can set your clock on me and what I'm talking about. And I was afraid that if someone that I love so deeply didn't catch me, that something would devastate the calling, the essence of me, and then I can't do that anymore. My obedience was non-negotiable, and it was easy for me to not run after relationships. It was easy for me to do that. Because I didn't want anything to interrupt the calling on my life. I didn't want anything to challenge. And so if it didn't feel natural, God-led, organic, unavoidable, non-negotiable, I was like, I'm cool with that, because this is non-negotiable. This is natural. I can wake up every day, all day, and do this. So that, I felt like when my person showed up, it had to feel the same way. I knew what it felt like. And so that's what he felt like for me. But I'd never done it before. I've never done love like this before. So I didn't want the calling on my life to be thwarted, to be pivoted because I tried to force love that wasn't supposed to be. I don't want to die with any of my calling in my belly.
What would you say to other women who find themselves in that same place? to they're focused on purpose. Maybe it's in corporate America, whatever they feel their calling is, and they don't have room for love. What did you have to transition to, or did you just feel that it came at the right time?
No, I did the work. No, I had to work on me. I had to work to make sure my next didn't pay for my ex.
That part.
I had to work to make sure that I believed in love in its fullness, and that I didn't need him to complete me, that I was doing the work on me and I needed him to complement my completeness.
Yes.
I owed him that. I owed him a whole me, whole imperfect me,
Yeah.
but a whole me nonetheless.
Yes.
I owed him the opportunity to love my scar, not my wound. Like, I got history. I can show you. I can show you the scar, but I'm not going to make you dive in the wound and be the Neosporin. I'm not going to put that on you. And so to her, my sister, and I know her very well. I love her, and we're in a relationship. It's, number one, give yourself permission to be brilliant and healing simultaneously. We have this thing when we become powerful in our environment, we stop giving ourselves permission to still be healing, especially when we're leading other people.
Yes.
And there's this duality we get to live with. I think the one thing I gave myself permission to do was live in my duality.
Yes.
You will not rob me. My title will not rob me. My bio, my success, my track record, no television, will not rob me of my opportunity to continue to heal and grow.
That's
what
good.
it won't do.
That's good.
And the more I do it out loud, the more you'll know it should be okay for all of us to do it out
Absolutely.
loud. And so she has an opportunity. We carry history in our hips. We carry hurt in our cells. We carry possibility in our throat. And I don't think we've ever taken the time to dive into all that, to understand what does it mean to walk the earth with mocha skin, full lips, round hips, and kinky curly hair. What does it mean? What is that opportunity? Not just a burden, but an opportunity. And so I sat in the chairs and did the work. I started this thing called a breakthrough retreat. I started the retreat because I wanted to go to one. And then I would tell the participants, now listen, I'm going to work on me while we're here. So those tissue boxes belong to y'all. And these tissue boxes belong to me. And before you invest to come, if you're going to be distracted because your coach cried, I don't think you should come. I don't think you should come. Baby, am I telling you?
No, it's absolutely real.
He went last year to Mexico, right?
Yes.
I had my own box, didn't I?
You did. You sure did. You sure did.
So Marcellus, let me ask you this. Let's rewind. How did y'all meet?
Oh, wow. So this goes back, right? So I was, at the time, I was a sports reporter. Worked in the Bahamas, and hold
on real quick.
I was at a
Bahamas is my favorite place on earth.
Hi.
Oh, look, you're
Yeah.
a good man already.
Hello.
Look at
It's
that.
my favorite place on
Hello.
earth.
I'm born and raised in the Bahamas.
So he's not just born. He's like Mr. Bahama.
Man, let me tell you, I don't blame him.
He's what they would call royal son of the soil.
242 to the world.
Look at you then. Go on
Let me
there.
tell you what, I
You
love
gonna
the
make his
Bahamas.
Bahamian come up. You gonna hear the
They've
dialect
been
now.
trying to draft me. I did a podcast in the Bahamas at Bahama Harvest Church.
Look,
And-
that's
and
where I go, Pastor Moxie. There
Pastor
you go,
Marks,
Mario
let me tell you
Moxie.
something. When I say I love the Bahamas,
Come
I
on.
absolutely love it. I've been there probably 3 times already in the last 2.5 years.
Wow.
And we're going in October, end of October and November.
Okay,
I love
I
it.
gotta go there.
Welcome home.
Man,
Yeah,
let
there
me
you
tell you
go.
something. I went and wrote my book. I started writing my book in Bimini. And I stayed in the cottage that Martin Luther King wrote I Have a Dream speech.
Come on.
I stayed in the exact cottage. And then I went to Nassau and I started continue writing the book.
242 strong.
Yeah, there you go.
That's my place.
Bimini, that's where that's our good buddy VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah.
Who plays with the 76ers. He's from there, one of my buddies.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's dope.
Latest
That's
rookie
dope.
to say rookie sensation. But, yeah, 242 proud, right? You gotta have your pride in there.
You got to. You
Yeah,
got
yeah,
to.
yeah.
So go ahead. How you meet?
So I'm in Jamaica. I was in Kingston, Jamaica at the time. Just arrived on that day. I was there to do a regional track and field meet. For those of you who are going to be watching this from the Caribbean, you know about Carifta. So Carifta is it's a
That's a
major
big deal.
Yeah, so it's a big regional track meet for young kids. It's for 19 and under. right? And so I was there covering that event, and because we had Team Bahamas there, and I'm walking. I had gotten and I was hungry, so I went out and I got some. So my first stop whenever I go to Jamaica, I got to go to the jerk chicken place and get me some jerk chicken.
That's what I actually do.
Right. See, right. So
Jamaica's my happiness.
yeah, so
Priorities.
right. So I'm walking back in and I just hear this laughter, and it caught my the sound of it just made me look, and there she was over there with one of her assistants. Was it Margaret?
Yes. Now,
Margaret.
may I add something here?
Yes, please.
So I flirt best with men over 85 and under 3. I know my zone. I don't, anybody in the middle, anyone in the middle, I don't do well with. So
Under 3?
yeah, under 3 and over 85, I flirt well with. Anyone in the middle, I don't do well with. So I'm talking to Margaret, and I started laughing, and I turn around, and he's walking through the door. I promise you, everything slowed down. And I got nervous, and I just looked away like this. And I was like, oh, Lord, because he was beautiful to me. So I definitely couldn't look at him, because I'm not going to mess this up. Just go, look away. So Margaret, my assistant, could tell, because my eyes got big. I started stuttering. I said, die.
You stuttering?
Stutter. Die. And so he just walked by. He smiled at me. I kind of, awkward, no blinking.
Yes.
He was cool. He had swag, and I was just like, "Oh Lord."
That's only her perception. I had no swag in my head. I'm just trying to not stumble.
6'5" and a half.
Right,
there you go.
6'6", 6 pack coming in. I was like, I'm not looking again. I'm gonna just trip over. Not even moving. I'm a trip. So I know me. So
So not even moving on
I'm
the
a trip. So he walked by.
Yeah, I did. And,
Back to you.
So,
Tag grid.
right. So anyway, I'm good for having a conversation. I always say, well, I'm good for having a conversation in my head. So,
With a woman.
Right. Yeah. If I was never good at talking to girls. I was never that cool. Hey, baby. That was never me. Right. And so I would have that conversation in my
your
head.
head.
Right. So I would be like, hey, girl, how you doing? This is all smooth in my head. She'd answer me back, and I'm smooth back. You know what I'm saying? And so, and at the end of the day, I'd feel like I had that full conversation for real, but it never would happen. So I would always,
never would happen.
right. So this time I got to the elevator, and I'm like, you know what? I should go back and say hi. And again, I started to have the conversation in my head. So
How long were you at the elevator?
I think about 5, 6 minutes. So I'm talking.
Talk to
if
yourself.
anybody's passing, they probably look at this dude crazy as hell. Because I'm sitting there, I'm talking to myself, having the conversation. I'm going through all the stuff I'm going to say and how it's going to be responded to. And it's all good. And finally, I said, you know what? I don't know these people. It's okay if I go back and she said, "Boy, get the hell out of here," right? I'm gonna be okay with that, right? So I figured, what's the worst could happen? And so
I'm standing
I
there
go back.
talking to Margaret, and all of a sudden Margaret goes like this. That dude is coming back. And I was like, oh, what? Don't go, don't leave me. Don't
leave me.
Now, I'm a grown woman.
Don't leave me.
I was like, don't go. And so he walks around and he says, hello. I said, hello. And we started talking briefly.
Yep, we did.
And then Margaret looks at me. She goes, do you want me to go? I said, yeah. I want you to hurry up and go.
Hurry up and leave.
And we sat in the lobby.
Yeah, we talked. We sat and talked. Now
I was leaving the next day.
Right,
Oh.
this was her. I didn't know that at the time. We just started talking.
This was
So-
my last day. I had done 5 keynotes in 6 days.
Wow.
I'm trying to raise up out and go home and go to sleep.
Yeah.
My last night, his first night.
Yes.
Did you have any idea who she was?
No clue.
Okay.
So
that's fine.
at the time, I didn't even know what a keynote was. So let me just. So this is it.
Real talk.
Yeah. So I had no idea.
Motivation?
I
You don't know
had
nothing
no
about
clue
that.
any of this stuff even existed. This is not even something I know in the world. So she just
Real
said
talk.
she was there for an event. So I'm like, cool. All right. So I'm here for an event too, and we just started talking. And time flew by. I mean, what was 9? She says
11 and a
11.
half
She says 11 and a half. Okay,
We started talking at 9:45 at
I
night.
always defer to the woman's memory than mine, right?
Because I know why. Because my flight was at 11 a.m. We talked from 9:45 at night in that lobby to 9:30 in the morning.
Are you serious?
Yes,
Oh,
we did.
wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he was so safe. I could feel it. His energy, he was kind of quirky and kind of nerdy. And I was like, I like that. He was kind of stumbling over his words. I was like, I'll just sit here and let you find him. And he was sneezing.
I was going to say, what made it worse was because I don't even have sinus issues ever in my life.
The worst sinus
And
attack.
here it is. All of a sudden, I couldn't. I'm like, and I'm sneezing, I'm snuffling, and I'm like, this is so not cool. This is not the conversation I had at the elevator.
Between his nose blowing sessions, and he come back, I go, hi. It was cool because I don't know how to flirt. I don't know what to say anyway. I'm in my head going, you need to find a sentence stem that you do in your workshops. If you really knew me, you know that sometimes I feel like, what do I do in my workshops? I'm trying to
coach yourself?
I'm trying to coach myself to talk to the dude. And I was like, well, so just keep sneezing. It's good. We just gonna sit here. So at 9:30 in the morning, I got up to leave, and he said, can I have your number? I'd love to keep in contact with you.
Right.
And immediately my negative self-talk kicked in.
Really? And said what?
This beautiful specimen, because I was 100 pounds overweight at the time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I was still dealing with all of the ailments, 6 blood transfusions in 3 years, emergency hysterectomy, all of this private health drama that the world didn't know that I was going through that because that wasn't available to the world. It was my private health drama. And yet I knew after those 11 hours, that's a special dude. That's why I sat there. That's a special, gentle soul. And I said, I'm not ready for him. I need to come get this together. I need to get this together. And so he said, can we keep in contact? And I halfway said yes, but I knew I'm not. And so we exchanged numbers.
Yeah.
And then the texting began.
Yeah, well, mostly me texting. Yeah, sure. So yeah, I would send her a text
Once
periodically.
a month.
She says once a month. I won't say it was like right on it once a month, but what happened was whenever I would have a recollection of our conversation, right, and just how good it made me feel just to be around her, I would send her a text. Now, sometimes that might be a month, sometimes it might be 2 weeks, I don't know. But whenever that conversation,
once a month,
right? Yeah,
he texts me.
So I would send her a text
For
and just say
8
hi,
years.
hello.
8 years?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, there you go.
Did you say 8 years?
I'm glad you had the same reaction. It's
8
good.
years?
Sometimes I would respond like after 3 texts, which is equivalent to 3 months. I'd just say hi.
Periodically she would
well,
say
let me
something
tell you
like
why. Let me tell you why.
Wait, before you do that, I do want to know, what was your first impression of her? Because she shared how she was feeling.
So here's the thing, and I always say what drew me in the first place was when I first saw her, right? Again, it wasn't necessarily about ethereal beauty, whatever. The heavens didn't necessarily open up, but here's what it was I was immediately drawn by her spirit, right? And it even across the room, I felt it, right? It was a sense of, this is a good person, right? And that just came at me, and I just knew whatever it was. I didn't necessarily know it would be something romantic, but I just knew I had to talk to that person, right?
Yeah.
And there was no way I couldn't at least know her name, right? And that's what brought me back, was because there was something about her, something that called to me that said, I got to at least know her name. Now, wherever that goes from there, I don't know. But I know I got to at least say, no, I know her name, right? And just let the chips fall where they may. And so as we got to talking, and she talked about feeling safe, for me, I felt safe. Like, it was okay. And maybe it was because I'm in a different country, as somebody I don't even know at all. But in that moment, I felt like I could talk to her about anything, right? And I didn't have to worry about repercussions. I didn't have to worry about ulterior motives, anything, right? And mind you, I had no idea she's famous, but I know in my country I'm kind of famous, right. And so that's the approach I normally have. I get from people. The first thing they say, I watch you on the TV all the time. So now I'm already. Are you asking to meet me, or are you asking to meet the person you're on television with? So to me, here is for the first time, I felt good. I was like, cool, I can talk this, and it was just beautiful, right? And so I knew at the end of the day, when we talked about exchanging numbers, I didn't know it was going to lead to where we are now, but I knew that this was a person I needed to have in my life. Right, I wanted this conversation to happen again and again and again and again and again, and so that was my mind. That my mentality.
That's what I'm about to ask you. So,
It didn't.
So how did you feel when she wouldn't respond like 2 months?
Why you starting? Why you starting?
Well, because we men be
Why we
pursuing
gotta
y'all.
ask this question?
Right, there you go. Right.
Why we gotta ask this
And here you are with
question?
these negative thoughts, and here he is pursuing you, getting rejected for no reason.
Right.
Let me hold your hand tighter, baby.
Yeah, we're pursuing you. He like,
So it depends on the day. I ain't gonna lie to you,
Yeah.
right? Some days I was like, "This what?
yeah,
What?
who she think she is?
Yeah,
Not know who I am.
And then some days I'm like, maybe she's just busy. I don't know, right? So I would convince myself that maybe the service was bad, you know, and whatever. Maybe she lost her phone. She gonna get back to me in a minute. So you know,
Maybe I'm texting the wrong number.
yeah. So I'm checking my digits. Maybe this is the wrong number I put in here.
Now, mind you,
Yeah, and then she'd answer me. Then I'd be, oh no, it's the right number. It's the right number. Right.
3 months later.
So why did you elect to pick up the phone and call her?
So, that's a good question. But mind you, some of it was because of the rejection, right? Because she didn't answer me regularly.
Yes.
I was afraid that if I actually called her, and she'd be like, "Who this?"
Yeah.
Right? And
The DIS, who this?
Right.
say, who
So
this?
I'm
Who
talking
this?
your language.
I'm with my man right now. That type
Right.
stuff.
Or heaven forbid, I
Yeah.
call the phone and something. Yeah, what's up? You know, so there was all of that in there. And women always think men are cool with rejection. They always think we're built for that, right? We're
Not at
supposed to
all.
just shake it off and keep on going, right? But the honest part of it is we don't care about it. We don't care for that either.
No.
But we're told that that's what manhood is, right?
Yes.
That it's okay. You're supposed to go on, move on to the next one, right?
Yeah.
Right. Shake it off and move on to the next one. But
Hold, let me jump in right here. We're taught to move on to the next one.
Yeah.
But when you find the one,
there it is,
there
right? I was
no
about to
next
say that,
one.
right? So I already knew I wasn't necessarily interested in the next one, right? So that was so I was intent. I was said, okay, I'll keep asking, I'll keep saying hello, and maybe at some point, hello gonna be a conversation, right? So
Yes.
so that was really my mindset.
And
right,
meanwhile,
right,
I'm
right.
saying, I'm building up a story because when you decide something, you build the story to support it.
Teach.
True or not,
Teach.
you build the story. And then the story slowly becomes your truth.
Teach.
So I built up a story. He fine. He athletic. He Caribbean. He a newscaster. He a celebrity. He a player.
Yep.
He told me he has 2 kids. That man got 7 kids and 5 are not being. No, I'm gonna tell
She
you,
made up a whole
5
biography
are
on
not.
you.
Right.
Them 5 of them babies are not even being claimed. He got a wife. He
Now
got
I'm a
2
deadbeat dad. Look
Right,
at that.
right. He got a wife and he has 2 sweethearts, and
what
he's
they
trying
say.
to make me his.
Sweet-
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
what they call them,
Right. He's trying to make me
Sweetheart.
a sweetheart.
Sweetheart.
So I made up this story. So after a while, I would get his text and I go, player. I put truth energy into the way I responded to his text. Now that man ain't did nothing to make me, but I began to wear the story I told like it was my truth. And back to the sisters you talked about.
Yep.
And to my sisters, you tell a story long enough.
Yes.
You keep reciting that story long enough, you will walk around collecting evidence. Whether it's the truth or not, you will look for the evidence. Like when I said, see pink,
Yep.
all of a sudden you see pink.
Yep.
See blue, see brown. You'll begin to see it. So I never saw him. He was still on the phone. But when he sent me the text, I felt the energy like he was a player. Like, no, I'm not playing with players. He hadn't done anything. And so I responded very seldomly to him. I honestly, I still tell my husband, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for not giving up on us. We are together because of you. And then one night,
8 years later.
Yeah.
I was going to say it.
I just want to say, I just make sure you didn't leave it.
Years
Get a time frame right.
later,
8 years later, I got to put context
8 years later, one night at about 11 o'clock at night, I was in the shower and I was just crying out to God, and not in a tearful cry, but just, God, tell me what to do to attract a reliable human being, a reliable, consistent human being. And I get out the shower, my phone pinged.
Wow.
And I looked at my phone,
Look at
and it
God.
was what he said all the time. He would say, hi. That's all he would say, hi. He had 3 things he would say, hi, how are you, how is Jelani? 3 things, not at the same time. He would just do one at a time each month. It's almost like he had a rotation. I'm just saying.
Well,
He said
that
he
only
didn't.
happened. That only happened after there was no response a lot of times. So it didn't make sense doing a whole diatribe. If, you know,
He's like, I have other things I want to say.
But I need a response
Yes,
in order to say.
yeah.
Okay. I'll take that. I'll take that. So something just said, lay across the bed and read his chats. I blew him off. Like, I was like, I don't have time for that player. Something said, read his messages. And so I started reading his messages, and I started seeing the months. And then I saw the years. I have the same phone number I had when cell phones started, y'all.
Yeah.
So I got all my messages, and I saw the years, and I saw and my stomach started knotting up like, oh my God.
The years.
Are you the consistent? Because I knew I liked him. I just wasn't sure if he was serious.
Yeah.
If he really wanted me. Like, I don't want to be your sidekick chick. I don't want to be.
Yeah.
And don't.
What? I was just scratching.
I don't want to be your sidekick. I thought I was.
People gonna think I'll attack you.
No. You know what it is? I feel guilty because I put him through. Like, I be like, every now and then I go, I love you so much. Like, I love you so much. I love you so much. Thank you.
You gotta affirm him.
So I scrolled down, and I kept scrolling, and then it just all hit me at one time. All at one time, sis. And then I got nervous. And it was midnight when I finished reading. I stayed up to 3 a.m.
Wow.
Wow.
Because at 3 a.m. it was 6 a.m.
Yep.
3 a.m. in Cali, 6 a.m. And I called his phone. I said, good morning. And the first thing he said, do you remember?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I said, is everything okay? I said, you all right? What's going on? You all
And
right?
I said, why would you ask that? And he said,
Well, I said, well, I mean, it's been 8 years. I don't think you never called me before. so there's something had to be wrong in my head. Something had to be wrong. Something died. Maybe you're running from the law. Or something's going on. You need a shelter in the Bahamas. Right, you need a shelter in the Bahamas. You know, we good for that. You know, that's our history.
Yeah.
That's our history. Piracy and things like that. We good for that. So
I'm a pirate. I waited a long time, so I get to have the question, am I a pirate?
Right.
And so he asked me, he said, are you okay? Is everything okay? Is Jelani okay? I said, yes. I said, why do you ask? He goes, I haven't heard your voice in 8 years. And I said, yeah, you're right. I said, I noticed that you've been consistent. And he said, yes, I have. I said, I noticed that you keep reaching out to me. He goes, yes, I do. Very short, but very clear. I said, do you like me? Do you still like me? And I could feel
God dang.
every sense of gravity in my body, every sense of, I want this to be right. I want this to be true. I want everything we felt 8 years ago to be real. And it was dawning on me that it was real, the gravity that it was real then. And I said, do you like me? He says, yes, I do. And then I said, do you remember?
yeah, he said, would you like to date? Would you like to go out?
I would love for it to come out that smooth. I said,
Well, but no, yeah, you were stumbling a little bit. You were
I said,
stumbling.
do.
Right.
Do.
So
Like
so
seventh
now you
grade.
can see why I never made a connection. She spoke for a living. You know, so,
I always around him all the time. I stuttered like I was a lot of things, but
never
cool
made the
wasn't one.
yeah, that
Like I
would
was a
never
lot
dawned
of
on
things
me.
in his presence, but cool cat wasn't one.
Right.
Like he just did this thing to me. I just go, hi. Like I was just corny. And so I said, do you want to date? And he waited.
Here we go.
No,
She
I'm
gonna
gonna say he waited what felt like, y'all, 3 minutes.
It was 10.
Can you imagine
at the most
the
10
silence
seconds.
for 3
Yeah,
minutes?
yeah, I can
Of
imagine.
silence.
Especially
And
when
I
it's
Imagine 8 years of silence. So that's always you said I made you wait 10 seconds, whatever. But
30 seconds.
Whatever, but I'm saying 8 years, 30 seconds. 8 years, 30 seconds. So in no world does that scale balance, right? And so it's always like that. So that's how the scale is. So that's just it.
So after 30 seconds, he said, I do want to date you.
So what were you thinking in that
I'm waiting for Ashton Kutcher to jump out of the closet and go, you being pumped. That's right. So that's why I was a little hesitant, because at any moment now she's gonna be like, ha ha. I'm checking the date. It's not April 1st, is it? I'm making sure it's not. So there was a lot going on in my head right then. I had to make sure that this wasn't.
I heard that.
You had to say, this girl trying to prank me.
Yeah. Look how she waited 8 years to come here and mess with my head again. So that was my thinking, right? But it was after I realized, no, she being for real. So I was
And when he said I do, I knew it.
Yeah.
I was done.
So when he said he is willing to date you, did you automatically say, this has to be my husband?
I said, I'm going to throw all of it in.
Good.
I didn't know. Because I never knew what a husband felt like.
You.
I never knew what a husband felt like. I never knew what wanting to be with someone forever felt like. This was all foreign to me.
Yeah.
But I knew for the first time, if I got it, I'm throwing it in that bucket. I'm going to put everything in. Because I have a lot of capacity in me. I know that. I have a lot of capacity to listen, to talk, to dialogue. And I would accidentally fall in deep relationships that I wasn't really in. I just had a deep conversation. Hello. Anybody? Let's.
Accidentally.
I was just having dinner. And now you trying to see what the kids gonna look like. I'm not there. That was my experience. I was really in a space where a lot of men actually sit. I was very clear. I'm good. And I said, how did we end up? Why you want me to meet your parents? Like, what happened? And so I was always kind of, hold
Pushing
on.
people back.
I just kind of hold Heisman Trophy, hold on. Don't have deep my girlfriend say, men would invite you out to dinner and then you transform them before dessert came. Why would they not want to keep you?
That's real though.
Like what? And I didn't get
that's
it. It
real.
was just my playground. I love talking the psychology of transformation. And she said, you can't crack a dude open.
Nope.
And then leave him on the sidewalk and move on. So I wasn't with him. One, he didn't know what I did. I didn't do any of that. We just had we talked about sports. He's a sports guy. I'm a former athlete. We just talked about light and life and family.
Right.
And I knew I wanted to be in this. I knew I want to throw everything at what's possible.
I
felt it.
Everything at what's possible.
I want to throw everything at what's possible. I told him, I said, I need 3 months to give notice and to clean up anything in my life that could be remnants. I said, I need 3 months. I need 3 months to welcome you with a red carpet into my life.
No, you didn't tell that man that.
No, she did, for real.
Wow.
No, absolutely. She was very, very straightforward and honest with me, and but again, that's what it was always like. And so that, again, I appreciated the honesty. I appreciated the straightforwardness. I appreciated there was no subterfuge, right? It was just, this is who I am. This is what I do. This is how I am.
There was no what?
It was subterfuge.
My husband loved $15 words, and I love them too. But I gotta use context clues sometimes. I gotta use word association.
SAT words.
I gotta use word association, and if I don't get it fast enough, I go say it again.
Right. So, but
Say
that
it
is
again.
not by intent. I'm in no way trying to be, and I'm going to use a $15 word. I'm not in any way trying to be loquacious or garrulous in any way.
Loquacious. You're gonna say loquacious?
Right.
It's a news reporter.
that like
So it's just a
loquacious?
news reporter, right?
He
And
said
so,
loquacious like
and-
loquacious.
and I like to
Is that
read.
like
So I,
LaQuisha?
right.
I have a cousin named
He got
LaQuisha.
that name loquacious. My sister's name loquacious.
Right.
So before my husband and I got together, he read 6
yeah, I
books
like
a
to
month.
read. So I like to
Now
read.
he only get in like 1 or 2 because he's
Yeah,
sleeping
baby,
next
what you
to
doing?
her.
You reading? reading?
What you reading? What is it
Nah,
saying?
you just disturbed the whole book. I gotta read. I gotta tell you what the fuck all
right.
about.
He only get in 2 a month now.
Right. So yeah. So
What were you saying?
yeah, I forget now, but but honestly, I mean, it was what I liked about it was that I didn't feel like there was anything hidden, right?
No agenda.
And she was telling me, she was presenting herself to me as she was, and she wasn't sending in the representative. You know, women good for that. They send a representative in, right? And so you get to know this one person, but that's the image she thinks you need to know. And then later on, now you're in a relationship, she feel like it's okay to pull the wig off.
Yeah.
And I can and
nothing wrong with a
right.
good
Nothing
wig.
wrong with pulling the wig off. Let me rephrase that. So I have a story
She
one
pulled the
time.
mask- she pulled the mask off.
Right.
nothing wrong with a good
so
wig.
now, right. So now,
said, "Let's be clear."
yeah. So now the person I done got to know and got fell in love is not the person that's really
Yes.
right. So now it becomes a whole different thing. So I got to make up my city, and that's where guys get the rap because it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you just left me after I didn't know, but that's not who you brought to the table, right? So that was what I felt. I
But
felt
that
like
was
she was
always
being,
us. That was
Right,
always.
right.
I even asked him. I said, "Are you single?" And he said, "I'll clear up everything for you as well."
Right.
And so we gave each other 3 months.
Yeah.
I wanted my mind. I wanted my body. I wanted my spirit. I wanted everything to have spaciousness for what was possible. And
Right.
I'd never done any of that before.
Was 3 months no contact, or y'all still communicating with each other?
No, we still communicated.
Okay, good.
Well-
yeah. To a degree, yeah.
Remember, you didn't talk a lot. Remember, I broke up with you.
Broke
And
up before y'all got together?
And he didn't even
No.
know it.
Shit.
I was so mad. Oh, y'all. Remember that? I broke up with him.
She said we broke up. I said
And
no.
then-
I said no. We didn't. Yeah, you broke up, but I didn't wait 8 years, right? So here's the thing. Latoya, I didn't wait 8 years. So you telling me we broke up doesn't mean anything to me.
Don't mean nothing.
Right?
When the accent comes out, that's when
It don't mean nothing to me.
Right, that has no bearing on reality, right? That is just a figmentation of your imagination, right? That's how I looked at it. And so
I broke up with him because I said we don't talk enough, and so he said I'm still learning how to say the
Right,
words that
again,
you want.
yeah.
So we downloaded. Our solution was we downloaded the Bitmoji. You know the Bitmoji
Yeah,
characters,
yeah.
caricatures, and so you can do everything. I love you. I miss you, and you don't have to say it, right?
Yeah.
So he made his profile. I saw him making his profile, and he sat there, and then I'll never forget. You lost the profile. Something happened. You lost the profile. He went home. He made it again.
right.
And then he sent me a Bitmoji. I miss you. He didn't have to write it. He could just send the Bitmoji.
Right.
And I knew he was, one of the things I learned, my husband, at the time, my boyfriend, was not into self-development. Y'all. No self-development. No.
So
And I was gonna
gonna say now when you say self-development,
You develop your person, but you weren't.
I feel like I was like Kodak. My picture didn't develop. So this you understand? You know when you get the Polaroid picture, you shake it and it come in focus. I felt like I was in focus. So for you to tell me I'm not into self-development means that somehow my film was defective. I didn't feel that my film was defective. You see? So I felt very much in focus.
Very much
You may go on
focused.
now with the story.
Before you say that, we have a lot of women who watch Dear Future Wifey, and so and many of them have never been married before.
Yes.
And then you were how old while you were taking this 3 months? What age were you?
When I was, at this time, I was 51.
You were 51. So as someone who had never been married,
Yes.
but someone who was doing the work before you got
Yeah.
into a very committed and serious relationship, what does that look like tangibly? What is that work that you did so that you would know how to show up
Girl.
as a girlfriend, fiance, and then wife?
She said it was a process.
Take us through it.
Okay. So I started doing, that's so funny you should ask this. I started doing these Black Women of Excellence retreats, primarily for Black women in leadership so that we can cry our uncried tears. I started the retreat so we can cry our uncried tears. And you know, my community is very diverse. So I would tell all my sisters of a lighter hue,
Yep.
a Black woman is only going to cry her uncried tears with another Black woman. So I got to do this just with my sisters. So one, I created and curated the space. I did it for me. and I invited anyone who wanted to come. I invited people from my phone. 25 women showed up in Barcelona with me. Barcelona, if you gonna do it.
Good Lord.
We showed up in Barcelona, and for 5 days, I focused on my heart. I focused on, because I can justify good. You got to watch out when you're smart enough. Your excuses got Swarovski crystals on them.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to out-excuse myself. I didn't want to excuse myself into a space that I would look back and I would go, how dare you do that to yourself? Yeah. I knew that I could. I'm running a multi-million-dollar business.
Yeah.
I'm driving a global brand. I'm touching 88 million people a year. I got a lot to pop my collar around. So I don't want 88 million people a year.
Wow.
So I didn't want to get caught up in all of the bio that I didn't lean into my future. Because your bio sometimes gets so big, it interrupts who you're becoming.
Teach.
It interrupts. And so I was committed. I didn't want that to happen. And so I sat in the chair and I did the 8 layers of emotion. There are 8 layers of emotion. Under anger, there's hurt. Under hurt, there's fear. Under fear, there's want. Under want, there's understanding. Most of us don't ever get to the 8th layer because we get caught up in the hurt and the anger. I kept going down. I want to know all of me. I want to heal all of me. I needed to find a healing for that former fiance that picked me up and threw me 3 feet across the room. I had to make sure he didn't come into this relationship. I had to make sure that I wasn't charging. I had to make sure that my son's father, who went to prison when my son was 5 months old, and he's still in prison, and my son turns 31 this year. I had to make sure that I didn't have regret and shame, because I had shame around him. I had to give him back his decision to do whatever he did that got him there and own my wholeness. I picked each part, sis. Each part. I know where my shadows are. I don't want to outrun them. That takes, to me, that's grown woman work though.
Yeah.
Grown man work, that's grown woman work. And so I sat with other grown women who were willing. And because I facilitate this, I didn't know anybody else that could take me through it. I searched and searched, and so I need somebody to take me through that. I was like, okay, fine, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna invite some other sister friends. And so I touched the parts of me that I knew were stopping me from opening up completely. My shame around my weight, my fear of being in an abusive relationship again, my shame and regret around my son's father's decision to do something that left him in prison. And then I had shame around my wealth. Because I struggled with the fact that, can I be this wealthy and godly?
Ooh.
Can I be both?
Can I be this
love
wealthy?
God the way I love God? And can I make the cheddar the way I made the cheddar? Can all of that be okay?
Hold on. Unpack that. What do you mean by that?
The first year when I got to $985,000 in 1 year, it was October. And I said I need to take the rest of the year off. And I thought I did. I'm tired. Ain't nobody around me made that kind of money.
Yeah.
So wasn't anyone challenging me.
Yep.
So I took the rest of the year off. I thought I was tired. The next year was a great year, and I got to $982,000 by August. And I said, I want to take the rest of the year off. I knew I was lying. I don't want to take 6 months off work. So I had to address, why are you saying this? And it was because I didn't want to ostracize myself anymore from my family and from my community. And I was already a unicorn. I was already a different being. I already wanted to travel the world and cross cultural lines and cross religious lines. And I already had this dream that was so big, it couldn't even fit in some of the rooms I was in. And I couldn't even share my dream with some of the people because it didn't make sense. And I knew they wouldn't be able to hold my dream. So they'll try to shrink my dream so my dream can fit their brain.
Teach.
And so I wouldn't even share my dream. So I was alone and lonely with this vision and with this calling. And all I wanted to do was get a good night's sleep at night. I wanted to play full out. I wanted to show God I will be a good steward with the gifts you give me. I will be a good steward, and I will pick up the phone and answer that call. And inside of that, I needed to just keep the space clear. And so I needed to heal so that I can trust a man and my dream in the same space with my history. And so I did the work on forgiveness. First forgiveness was Lisa. And I'll give you one exercise I did. I did this exercise for 6 months. And sis, if you walk away with anything, walk away with this exercise. I got in the mirror. I just gave the same exercise to my students tonight online. I got in the mirror and I said my name. I needed to hear me say my name for me. Lisa, I'm proud that you. But let me tell you why I had to get in the mirror. Because after I was in this abusive relationship, I was diagnosed as clinically depressed. How did I get here? It was one of those, how did I get here? I'm a motivational speaker.
Yeah.
I just left stage with Les Brown. I just had lunch with Jack Canfield. How did I get here? When I saw my name, Lisa Nichols and Prozac, on the same prescription piece of paper, I said, oh, I lost myself. And so I tell my sis, if you've lost yourself, this was the exercise that helped me find myself. I got in the mirror every day. I closed the bathroom door. I turned on the water and the shower so nobody could hear me. And I said, Lisa, I'm proud that you. And I found 7 different endings to be proud of me for. And some days, sis, all I said was, I'm proud that you brushed your teeth today.
Yeah.
I'm proud that you got out of bed.
Yeah.
I'm proud that you fed your son. I'm proud that you got dressed. That's it.
Yeah.
Baby wins. Baby wins. Because a baby step will take you to a big step. One small step will take you 1,000 miles if you just keep stepping. All I was doing was baby steps. The second sentence was the one that would gut punch me every day. Lisa, I forgive you for. Every day I cut the shackles to blame, shame, guilt, and regret again. And I did the ugly cry. I was inaudible. Lisa, I forgive you for. I did the Viola Davis cry.
Yeah.
Y'all know.
Yeah, we know that.
And every day I forgave myself. Lisa, I forgive you for being so lonely that you lowered your bar. Like I said, the hard stuff, sis. The hard, unedited. Yeah. And then the last thing, I was good for committing to other people, but I would never make a commitment to myself. So the last sentence was, Lisa, I commit to you that. And all 3 of those sentences, I gave 7 different endings until I could hear me. And I slowly turned my crawl into a walk. I slowly turned my walk into a run. And I slowly turned my run into a soar. And I said that he has a right to be my soar with me. And that's the work I did So when I called him, I knew for the first time who he was going to date.
Ooh, that's what accountability sounds like. She said, I knew for the first time what he would get. And unfortunately, in relationships, we always afraid of what the other person is going to be. And we always try to blame it and project our own insecurities on them, like you did in the initial stage.
Yes.
He ain't this, he ain't that, he a player, he this, he over here sweethearting, which is an unofficial holiday in the Bahamas. You know?
Right.
And
It's a pastime. It's a pastime.
It's a pastime. And so that's what it is. And so you started projecting that, and then you went through your healing journey and say, oh, now I know what I'm going to be, which is the most powerful place to be in, because even if he were to mismanage you, you knew at the end of the day that you showed up the best way you knew how.
I played full out.
Yes.
I got one assignment between my birthday and my transition day, make my dash dance.
Yes.
Play full out. And when I went to the Bahamas, knees knocking, teeth chattering, 5 pieces of luggage.
I know, that was heavy too.
Did you go there to move those? Did you actually move
No,
there?
yeah, she was moving. She was
I
moving.
went there to move.
Yeah.
Now, you got to know something. I wouldn't even visit a state without a little bit of business agenda.
Yeah.
Like, I cushioned every relationship. So, real talk.
She said, if I'm going to go there, I'm going to go pick
cushioned
up a
every.
check. Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't work out, I promise you this 6-figure opportunity. You're just fine.
So is this after 3 months?
No.
No.
After 3 months, we started dating, and we dated for a year.
Okay.
And we dated for a year, and then I knew I needed to move to him because he was a news anchor.
Right.
And
My job was more entrenched, more deep rooted, and being on location. So, yeah.
And then L.A., Bahamas. You stay right there. I come to you. And so but when I moved there, I thought in my own house. I moved in a beautiful 4-bedroom beachfront house and 11 steps from the water. And he lived around the corner, 10 minutes away about.
Not even, yeah.
And I'm like, I just want to court you and date you. And I get there and I'm excited and we go, yes. And then COVID hit.
So how did you feel landing in another country and like for love?
Yeah.
Because that's the part that's so beautiful. And so I'm a hopeful romantic. So I just love all that. I love the fact, if we just go back a couple of steps, I love how y'all had to go back to kid-like, childlike love.
Yeah.
Do you like me?
Yeah.
And when you utter those words, it shows the tenderness and the young girl that needed to walk through this healing.
I was a 7th grader. I was a 7th grader writing that love note. Check the box. Yes.
Circle, yes or
no.
no.
Maybe. Yeah, I was that one. And he made me wait 30 seconds. He say 10 seconds. He was checking that box slow. But I guess real talk, 8 years. I wrote the letter slow.
8 years.
I wrote the letter. Okay. I wrote the letter slow. But let me just tell you one of the game changers. We would date in that year. We would date. We would meet places. And while I traveled a lot. So we were in Orlando. This was a game changer. This broke down for all my sisters. Right? Take this away. What? You know, I'm about to tell them what you said to me when you checked me.
Oh,
you remember when you low-key checked me?
Yeah. Low-key.
Yeah. So I said, I think I'm saying something. I said, you know, all you said was hi. You need to tell me something in the text. Why you wait so long? Tell me, girl, I'm looking for you. I'm ready for you. I'm saying all this stuff. And he's just sitting there, as my husband does. He's sitting there looking at me. And he said, you want an alpha male that's going to dominate and pursue you. He said an alpha male tries to pursue, he wants to hunt you, but he's not interested in keeping you. He said, I'm not a hunter. I'm a keeper.
That was how I felt. I mean, honestly,
I was just sitting there.
And that's why I said I was never the guy.
At least that's how you look.
Did you zoom the camera? I was just zooming the camera.
We're going to do it in post.
Right.
Do it in post.
This was right there.
She's in the sunken place.
I just sat there on the bar stool at the bar. We were sitting at the bar inside our suite. And I just sat there and it really like hit me.
Yeah.
He said, you want a hunter or do you want a keeper?
Ooh.
All right, so yes, that's exactly what happened.
So you were playing for keeps.
I always listen. I don't think I knew immediately. Like I said, when I first met her, I knew that was a relationship that I wanted, whether it was as a friend or whatever. But I just knew. So as we started to date, and now I know, okay, this the person I need to be around. This is my yin to my yang, if you will, right? So, right, she talk a lot, I don't talk. So somebody got, right? So somebody it's got to balance somehow, right? So, but I already knew in my head that I wasn't interested really in looking for anybody else, right? So
you and I talked, and we shared. You had been married prior to this marriage. Mm-hmm. What was your state of thinking after coming out of that marriage? Did you desire marriage again?
I didn't have a bad relationship with marriage. I thought marriage was a good thing. Even though my first marriage didn't work out, it wasn't because it was a toxic situation of get away from me, I hate you. It wasn't never like that, right? We still remain friends to this day, right? But it just was two different needs and our wants and where we were in life were different, and so we just couldn't survive that. And I wasn't necessarily in a place to where I was able to meet her where she needed to be met, right? And I'll give that to myself. I knew I didn't love her the way that she wanted me to love her, and I didn't meet her on equal ground, right? And so that's why that didn't pan out, and I apologize to her for that. But I wasn't like she said, play it all out. I didn't play it all out.
Yeah.
Right. So that's.
And we
still
talked
hopeful.
about that.
Yeah.
And I appreciated that he understood where he fell short.
Yeah.
And I felt like he would bring that lesson into our relationship.
Absolutely.
And so I welcomed every lesson he learned. And I said, I'm new at this. And I had to say, I don't know how to stay. I outed myself right early
Right.
on.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said,
yeah, yeah.
I outed myself. I said, listen, don't think my tennis shoes are off. Because I'll unlace them. And I talk. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I make it all sound good. I make it all sound
So
good.
you uncovered yourself like
I
that.
outed
Right.
myself.
So
didn't
she
I?
had Skechers slip-ons before the Skechers slip-ons. I didn't even know what they were, but she had she slide the foot right back in. Right. So
And I told him I did.
Yeah.
I said,
That's good.
here's what I need you to do for me. If I ever tell you that I don't want to be here, don't believe me.
God,
I
dog
said,
it.
because in that moment, I'm going to sound convincing
Lisa,
because that's what I do.
that's what you said.
I could, did I
I
not?
know she did.
Wow.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I said,
absolutely.
I said,
My
don't-
dad already not told her we couldn't break up before anyway. So
Yeah, I
she-
know you already told her too. You said you ain't going
but I
nowhere
told him,
anyway.
don't believe me. Don't
Because I'm
believe me.
convincing. That's
She
what
said,
I
I'm
do.
convincing. That's what
I know
do.
my superpower. So
said,
don't
"That's what
allow
I
that.
do."
I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to be anywhere but right here with you on our worst day. And then I went to my best friend and I said, if and when I ever come to you with an argument between my husband and I, don't ever side with me. Don't you ever side with me. You side from my marriage.
Woo! My God,
You
today.
side from my marriage every time. You shut me up. You check me. Don't ever. She said, okay, I got you. So the two people that are on my left and right, protect me. Protect me from my ego. Protect me from my she-go. Protect me from my righteousness. And then I'll check myself so that I don't get in it often. But just in case my human shows up, I'm going to ask you, please. And he's been a stand for that.
Let me ask you this: why do you think that was? What was this tension between you wanting to self-sabotage at times?
I didn't even see it as self-sabotage. I saw it as self-protect. And so for me, it was, at the time I knew it was my default. I was building a new muscle.
Yeah.
I was building a new muscle called stay. I was building a new muscle called don't fight the relationship, fight for the relationship.
Yes.
I was building a new muscle. Never been there before.
Yeah.
I'd never seen it before. I just admitted that I was on foreign turf. And so I'm
good.
learning. I'm learning. And I
so
wouldn't
good.
let anybody, because all that I know, assume that I knew this. No. Here's what I know, and here's what I know is new. This is new, and I want it to be forever. So show me what's in my blind spot.
Yeah.
Help me fill my gap. If I think I have everything, there's nowhere to learn. And so I stopped doing keynotes. I was
did?
like, yeah, I stopped doing a lot of keynotes.
Yeah.
And people were like, why aren't you doing, like I would do 48 keynotes a year.
48?
48 keynotes a year. It was a major revenue stream into my business.
Yeah.
And I slowly shut it all down. And when people say, why are you not doing keynotes? I said, because I want to learn how to be his fiance.
I can't take this.
I
no
want to
more.
learn how to be his fiance.
I can't take this no more.
And then we got married. I want to learn how to be his wife. And I want to learn how to be their bonus mom. And that takes time. I can't learn that on a 747.
Yeah.
I can't learn that. I was on Zoom. I did as much as I could from our, from the studio, but I didn't leave the Bahamas.
Yeah. That's how it played out for real. I mean, and I know she told me a little bit about how life was. I really didn't have a conception till later on.
Tell them how you found
But
out.
so how I found out that she was Lisa Nichols, so to speak. She was always Lisa Nichols to me, but the Lisa Nichols, right? The other Lisa Nichols that everybody knows. I didn't
The
know
public.
that. Right, the public Lisa Nichols persona. I didn't know that. She was just this person that I knew, and I just thought was amazing, but I didn't know that other people thought she was amazing too. Right? So a lot of people. So here's what happened.
88 million.
Yeah. So yeah.
I didn't know I was sharing her with so many
right,
people.
Right. So as it happened, So the very first time when she did a retreat in the Bahamas, she'd asked me to come.
Oh, wait,
and-
you got to say. So I started doing my women's retreat
In the Bahamas.
in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
So I could test drive and just kind of be in proximity and still, in case it don't work out.
She said she's gonna find some money where she at.
Yeah.
She said, "I'm gonna bring the money here."
Right. So she would have me, because I was always into fitness and exercise. So she said, "Oh, can you come and work out the group of ladies so I would go there and I would
Because I wanted to stare at him.
right. So-
I didn't know what to say to him when we were by ourselves, so I asked him to come work the ladies out so I could stare at him. And I didn't even work out with him. I just stand to the side like, he's so cute. I was just looking at him.
right. So yeah, I would
But
do this.
no one knew I was dating him. So, no,
Right.
it
At this
wasn't-
time, nobody knew
no
we
one
were
knew.
dating.
I would just
So-
stare quietly like,
Yeah.
look at him.
Right. So I think somebody asked her about, is that guy single? And that's when
She's like, hold on now. Don't be
Yeah,
moving in my
yeah.
territory.
Right.
I have an announcement to make. we're now dating.
So she came back another time. She asked me, "Can you come give me? I want to do some exercise. Can you come exercise?" So I packed up
tried
all my
to
stuff. I had
beat me
my
up.
no.
He got these battle ropes out. Who starts with 40 pound battle ropes?
It was just battle. I didn't know they came in pounds. I just know it was a battle rope, and so I
Of
bought
course
one.
you don't.
And so I brought the battle, and I'm showing her how to do the thing, and then she's doing it. And she had her niece was with
My
her,
niece, was with me.
Lakeisha.
And my niece goes live on social
Right,
media.
right. So
to watch her auntie
I didn't even know such a
get
thing
beat
existed.
up. Get beat up.
Right.
By
She thought it
this
was
man.
fun. Yeah, she thought it was fun.
So I'm and we're live for like 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't even know Facebook Live existed. To be honest, I mean, I just learned about
At that
Facebook
time.
at that time. I mean, I had a Facebook page, but I didn't know
How to do
we
all
could
that.
do all that stuff like live and all that. That was new to me. So she said, "I'm going live." I'm like, "What's that?" Okay, whatever. But so a few weeks later, about a week or so later, somebody comes up to me and says, "Man, say how you know Lisa Nichols?" And so I'm a little off. I'm like, well, how you know Lisa Nichols, right? So I'm like getting defensive,
Yeah,
like, well,
you know my woman.
because it was a guy at the time.
He's
I think it was a
like,
guy.
"You
And
know
it
my
was like, so how you know Lisa Nichols, right? So I said, how you know her, right? So
And then a lot of people start
right. Then
to
other people started calling me and say, oh, so I saw you on thing with Lisa Nichols, and I'm like. So now I call her back. I'm like, excuse me.
What
So,
do you do?
What you say you do again? Because these people calling me out the blue, asking me if I know you.
I know what I told him was, he said, what do you do? I said, I work with people.
Right.
And we never went past that.
Right.
That's
And
why
so-
you said I work with people.
I work with people.
Yeah, she
I
said
tell
I
the
work with
truth.
people.
And so,
I tell the truth. I tell the truth. I work with people.
so when he called me
He's
back,
like, oh, okay.
when he called me back, he said, now what'd you say you do again? I said, I work with people. He says, how many people? I said, a lot of people.
Right.
So then and can I tell you, after I showed him me, I was so nervous because I know my sisters, I know some of you have experienced this. I gotten the notice from men before that said, I don't want to be the stepman to your Oprah.
That part right there. Yep.
And I was always confused, like, how can the very success that attracted you to me be the very, barrier that stops us? But I can't make you feel fulfilled and validated. I can't do that work for you. So if you feel you need to keep stepping, then amen.
Mm-hmm.
And so I now he knows, and now I just got to go, okay, let's see. And so I just braced myself, and he never lost step, never did those poking questions. You know, those questions like, I see that. I see what's coming.
But that was because, you know why? A lot of that was because at the time I'd gotten to know you already. So
Yes.
so it wasn't my getting to know you wasn't based on who you were. It was
part.
based on we just had conversation. And it
Yeah.
was like, I already knew who you are as a person, as an individual, and so that the rest of that was just extra. Right.
Yeah.
That came in after. So that didn't cloud or blur anything that was already that I already knew of.
I didn't lead with
about
my
you.
title.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was
Like, I didn't lead with
yeah,
that.
that was irrelevant, so to speak, to me. And so yeah, it wasn't a thing. And again, in the Bahamas, I'm famous, right?
man.
So
He said, I'm that dude.
right. So
You're
in my territory. You're on my
and
soil.
Not in the right, in the
And
not in
that
the bad
was
way. So-
perfect. It was
Yeah.
perfect that we were actually on his soil.
Yeah.
Because he got to open all the doors to access for me.
Right.
Yes.
Like I was, no, everyone was like, "Oh, Mrs. Hall, oh, Mrs. Hall, oh, Mrs. Hall," and I was like, "Yeah, that's me, that's me, yes." And so I had never had that kind of
Yeah.
human shelter.
Yeah.
I
You said human shelter.
I didn't have that human shelter, but you got to know that when we were getting married, if you would listen to what he said, his vows made my
Yeah.
Listen, I should have just said ditto. Like, what did you say?
I just said because I knew the type of work that and now I'm aware of all this stuff. So I just said, and I knew she had a need to feel as if she could go and do her thing. So I just said, let me be the string on your kite, because you're gonna soar. You're going out there. You're gonna be whatever you do in the world. Let me be that string, so that I could reel you back in when you need to be reeled in. And let me be your branch, because you're that butterfly. You fluttering here and there. Let me be that branch. So when you come back, you can land and feel safe. And let me be the harbor. So when you need to come home at night, I'll shine the light so you could make your way back home. So that was
That's what he said. Like,
yeah.
And that's all you needed.
I was like, well, that right there, my soul.
Catch me if I fall.
There you go.
Catch me if I fall.
And that was really, when I wrote that was for the song I was thinking of.
Yeah.
She already said it.
Yeah.
So I knew that was some things that she wanted to know or wanted to feel that was important. So, yeah. I was trying to make my kind of air conditioning.
Yeah, y'all messing me up too. You the one started.
Humidity in here.
You the one started.
It's awesome.
Man. Talking about let me be the harbor.
Right,
Shine the
right.
light to bring you back.
Yeah,
Boy.
let me be the lighthouse to help you find your way home.
God, dog.
And did that make you take your shoes off, your running shoes?
Completely. Like, and there's something in it when nothing's going to separate us. We're going to work through everything.
That's good.
We're going to work. I signed up for every messy mess. If that's, I didn't sign up for just good times. I signed up for everything that comes with living this entire life journey with you.
Right.
Everything. And so when there's no possibility for something to stop us, and I'm not saying we're not invincible. I'm not saying we don't get on each other's nerves. I'm not saying that but nothing will make me decide to unchoose us.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am a better woman with him in my life, with him in my presence. I fly further because I know my way home. I spread my wings further. My colors look brighter because they're reflecting off of his energy. That I get to understand what a queendom feels like because I sit it in his kingdom. Like I'm a whole being, but my wholeness feels more resolved because I get to sit it beside his. Like I'm clear, and I came into this relationship full grown. Hello.
Yeah.
Full grown.
Yeah.
Full grown and accomplished.
Yeah.
That I didn't need the shelter of financial. I had to make the decision. The money I made was a barrier. It was a barrier. It was a non-negotiable. We don't talk about money.
Yeah.
And that was every relationship. I wanted to talk about everything.
Yeah.
I said, let's talk about the money I make. I've never told anybody. Let me tell you what I make so we can work this out. And we work it out. And he was like, I'm fine. And then your resolve around money was that I never brought it up in a way that weaponized.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, so a lot of people ask me, well, how you deal with your wife making more money than you? And does it make you feel a type of way? I said, no, because she's never made that a thing.
Yes.
Right? She at never one time has my wife ever said, well, I make more. It never made me feel or at any point as if she was lauding or putting in front of it or showing me that she, because of that.
Yep.
And I never placed my self-worth on how much I make, right? So what I know as a man, it didn't make me less of a man because she made more money. That means nothing to me.
Absolutely.
Right? It doesn't change the fact that I am who I am. It doesn't change the fact that I am all man as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely.
Right? So I always say, but the problem is a lot of time we are taught as men, and women reinforce this to a bit too.
Yes.
Right? That your worth is based on
Your bank account.
your financial,
Yep.
right? And there's so much more to a relationship, especially as a man, that you bring to the table and to your
Yes.
woman than it is than just the money. It's not just, it's more than just paying bills and stuff like that.
That's the easy part for
right.
me.
Yeah.
And so let me tell you this, and this is so interesting. I'm glad you talked about that, especially from islands where masculinity is
Yes,
really
yes, exactly,
real
yes,
big.
yes.
And so what happens is that, and then you get toxic masculinity out of that, because then you get men that's making a lot of money. They believe they
That
deserve
they can
multiple
do
women.
anything. Right,
I got to have multiple
yeah.
women. You got to understand this.
Yes.
You need to accept that.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like, well, I guess that's just what it is.
Yeah.
And what happens is, what I love, and this is what God had to show me, is that our value is greater than our bank account.
Right.
Yes,
And
it
what
is.
happens is that, and it's interesting for Lisa to go through this journey, because yes, you make a lot of money, but at the end of the day, what he was offering for you was these soft skills, these intangibles
Priceless.
that was creating safety around you. You didn't need
Priceless.
financial safety.
Right.
You needed a
Priceless.
place for you to lay your head.
Literally.
And that's what was so beautiful
Literally.
about the way he handled you and protected you and covered you. My question to you is, while you were going through this journey and you're telling all these people no, all these bookings, that people ever start planting seeds in your head like, oh, she caught up with this man and now she's leaving her purpose, that you're not fulfilling your purpose. You're turning down all these speaking engagements for what, 2 years?
It's about 2-3 years.
Yeah, roughly, yeah. But about
three.
close to 3, yeah, close to 3.
3 years.
So the people think you was crazy? You're in a circle like, what's wrong with you?
No, they saw what he brought out in me. They saw.
Yeah, I would get that a lot. I would get people saying, we love what was happening with Lisa. I would love how you are, the way she is with you, the way she has bloomed, if you will. And so it was really cool. And I never really thought I was it was just us just kind of navigating.
His presence gave space for more of me to be and to see, to discover, and everyone witnessed that. And to do that, we got married. By the time we got married, I was 55. And to do that at 55.
Yeah.
Right? To do that after Oprah, after Larry King, after Steve Harvey, after Dr. Phil, after, like, it was like this pinnacle happened, and then this other pinnacle, like it was just this moment. Everyone who loves me loved to watch me be loved.
Yeah.
Everyone who loves me loved to watch me be loved. And I didn't worry about, and I don't know if he worried about, if they wondered his agenda.
Yeah.
But his agenda was so clearly pure, like you could just see it. That's just, I used to tell people, the one thing that's more beautiful than my husband's physical presence is his essence. Like, he's a beautiful being. It's what I saw that night, and I think it's what he saw in me. And so I wanted to share his essence with as many people as possible. And I wanted to share how he made people smile. And there was this excitement about this human that made me excited about dancing with this human. And so it was contagious. Everybody came to the Bahamas. Like, everybody started coming to the Bahamas. Like, we want to come. We want to. And so we had a 5-day family reunion with a wedding in the middle in the Bahamas, because so many people wanted to come. And so no one thought I was crazy. Everyone thought I was inspiring to take such big risks with so much on the table.
Yes.
I had a lot on the table. I had a whole corporation located in San Diego. And I said, I will be virtual to all y'all. I'm going to go live. No, I wasn't coming back.
Goodbye.
I'll be virtual.
No, seriously. She's okay.
Good. I find my paradise in paradise. No, bye-bye. See ya. No. We can do this. Zoom is great.
Do this by Zoom.
We gonna do all of this on Zoom. Zoom. I was right there next to him, and the only thing that brought me home was my father's accident.
Yeah.
And my father had an accident, and I bounced back and forth for a year between LA and the Bahamas. And one night, my husband, who he is, he rolls over and he says, "You're torn between the two men that you love the most, me and your father." And he said, "Go home and take care of your daddy, and I'll find my way to you." And I cried. I didn't cry. I wailed. I wailed. For 2 hours I cried. And they weren't sad tears. They were tears of relief. Because I was going to make that commute I was gonna be there for my daddy because my daddy was my king. My daddy showed me how to play big. My daddy showed me that bouncing back was possible. And I was gonna be there with my husband because I prayed for you to enter my life. I was gonna keep going back and forth. And my husband released me. He said, go be with your father and I'll find my way to you. I don't know how long it will take, baby, but you go. I cried and I cried and I cried. And I packed my bags and I said, but you're not going to be able to be a newscaster there. Like, you're not. It's like, you're not only going to not be a newscaster, you're going to be a foreigner. We got to figure it out. And my husband said, my career.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna help you out here. So it wasn't for me. It wasn't about the career. A career. I love what I did. I did it for 29 years. I wouldn't have kept doing it if I didn't love it. But what was more important, what I loved more, was her, and so I knew what she needed. I could see how much it tore her up trying to go back and forth. Even when she was in the Bahamas, she was still trying to check on Daddy. And wondering if everything's okay. And not that she neglected me in any way, but I could tell that she wasn't trying to be in two places at once.
Yeah.
So to me, I lost both of my parents have passed away. And so I told her the first thing you don't want to have regrets.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the reason. Let's say I tell you for whatever reason, why would I anyway? But what if I said, "Man, you use my wife now. You got to stay here," right? How would I feel if your dad died and here it is? I had you here, and you didn't do everything you could to make sure he had what he needed, right? I couldn't imagine that, and I couldn't imagine if, as a father, right? If I'm somewhere later, my daughter's husband says to her, "You can't go and take care of your daddy."
Or just or the feeling of having to choose. He took away all of the feeling.
Yes.
So I moved here, and my new husband and I lived in separate countries
bi-coastal?
for 18 months.
Yeah.
And then he retired early, unexpectedly, and packed up everything and came to California with me.
Yeah.
And we're reinventing ourselves right now.
Right. It just is what had to happen. I always say, you sign up for the good, the bad, the happy, the sad. All that, right. That so that what took secondary was what I did for a living.
Yeah.
So she, like I said, we tried to buy coastal for a while, but the times between, because her schedule got busy again. Right. And then also trying to be there to make sure, because I think her dad was at the time going through a lot. So it was so it was difficult for her to leave. And so the times between us seeing each other kept getting longer and longer. And to me that was untenable. Right. Yeah. So it was like, okay, this don't feel
untenable
right.
Is unacceptable. word association. Context clues.
Right. So yeah. So we sat down and had a conversation about it. I said, all right, you know what? I'll just come down. And
so now he lives in the United States with us in LA. My bonus daughter, who's 16, she lives with us. Our bonus son,
my kids, both my son and my daughter live with me. So I go there.
So
and
he was
a
single father. He was a single father with 2 children, raising them on his own. And then we meet, and then the kids, we all together immediately as we were dating. We were all together, and I'm a auntie mama kind of girl, so it was easy for me. I didn't just need him. Without them, give me everybody. So now, both of them just moved to the U.S. as well. So now they're starting their life in Los Angeles with us, and so we are reinventing ourselves. And we just recently moved into a beautiful compound.
Yeah.
It's like a compound, and my dad lives with us.
Oh, that's dope.
And so we got me and Marcellus and I and the kids and Dad and my cousin and the caregivers, and we just got a big old house and not enough space for everybody, And it wasn't the plan that we wrote out.
Yeah.
But it was the one that God planned for
There
us.
it is.
Yeah.
And so I always say there's my plan and there's God's plan.
Yeah.
God's plan. And I'll always surrender. I didn't know it could feel this good. I didn't know I could watch my husband and my dad watch television together. They watch the Lakers game together. Or they watch, like, they don't know what it feels like for me to walk down the stairs and see both of the men that I want to spend time with in the same room. And when my husband cooks dinner for my dad, my dad loves my husband's cooks because he's Caribbean, so he got all the flavors.
Yeah.
I mean, just the flavors. I mean, I just cook, but you know, I find, and it's not to knock, but I find like sometimes, like
Don't talk
I used
about
to
my
always,
cooking.
I said nothing about your cooking. All I said was, so in the Bahamas we have a saying that if
This
you,
is
if,
cold.
if
This
the
is
food,
cold work.
So if the food, it don't have a lot of flavor to it, you say, oh,
It's
this
fresh.
like, oh, this little fresh, this little fresh.
So we think it's
That's
fresh
good.
because we from Cali, so we like fresh. That's not what they mean.
No.
Right. That
Fresh
means
is
it
bland.
lacks a little
Luster.
flavor. It lacks, yeah. So
Wow.
So my cooking is fresh.
Okay.
Apparently.
no,
Okay.
I never said it was fresh. I just said it was less flavorful. That's but it's good, mind you. Mine
which
is
is
good.
why,
Don't let no-
which is why. Let me tell you what I told her when I moved to the Bahamas. I said, when I moved to the Bahamas, baby, I reinvented myself. He said, you did. I said, yes. I said, in the reinvented version of me, what?
Yeah, don't cook. Yeah.
She said, I don't cook.
I reinvented myself, and the reinvented version of me,
don't
she don't cook. And he looked at me and said, well, what are we going to do? I said, I think you should cook Monday through Thursday. And on Friday, we should go out.
Go out to eat.
On Saturday, we should have leftovers because you cook good. And on Sunday, we should choose again. Whatever. And he said, he thought for a moment, he went, okay. I like this deal.
Right. Well, it's all right by me. So, but you know, it's a funny story because when we first started dating, because I would get off work because I worked in my shift would end at 10:30 in the evening. Afternoon, the last newscast. So I wouldn't get to her sometime until 11 or whatever. So every time I walked through the door, she would have a plate of food. So I would eat the food. Even though it's late, I ate the food. And the food, I'd be hungry. I ate the food. So
Wait.
So
you ate the food just because you was hungry? Was it
I
good?
ate the food. It was good, right? I wouldn't have ate
Anyway,
it
keep
otherwise.
going. Tell your story.
I would have said.
Tell your story.
I would have been like,
Okay.
oh wow, I'm full. I just ate something on the way. So you understand, right? So
For a year.
Right,
Was
so-
it 18 months? A year,
it was a while. It
and
was
a
a while.
half. He let me believe he can't cook.
I never let you believe nothing. You came to that belief on your own.
He never
This is
once
just like the
said-
7 kids and the whatever. This is
seven
the same.
kids.
You build that truth
Sis,
in your own
he
mind.
never said, oh, let me cook you something. So I think he can't cook.
It's 11 o'clock at night. Where I'm going to cook at 11 o'clock at night. That make any sense in anywhere, right?
They go to bed.
The food was already prepared. Why would I say, let me cook something different? It's here. So I just would eat the food.
You see
right?
when you hear his
So-
accent come out? What he
So
eat the
one
food.
day I forget what it was. She said, I'm tired. I don't feel like cooking.
He
I'm
said-
sorry I didn't cook anything. Oh, I got that second
cook.
hand. Let me cook something real quick.
You should
And
have
she
seen
was
my
like,
face.
she was like, you're gonna cook? I was like, yeah, there's no
You know
spoiler.
how to cook? He goes,
Right.
yeah.
Of course. So what you
He
mean?
said, of course. He started whipping that food up, massaging that meat. He massaged. I said, you doing a whole massage parlor?
You gotta get the flavor in. You
He
understand?
like you can tell this is a relationship. This ain't new. He ain't new to the game. He true to the game. Like I'm just sitting there like, what in the dick is? He throw it in, braise it, flip it, turn it, bring it out. I'm just sitting there like, all this for 18 months.
Wow.
He said you never asked.
He said you never asked.
It never came up in conversation. It never came up at any point in time. Can you cook or will you cook? That never came up because, like I said, it was always there. So I always say,
He's saying just like
men are creatures of opportunity, and if the opportunity is here, to eat the food without having to prepare it, I'm going to eat the food. Right, that's just how it is, right?
That opportunity left. He didn't see that opportunity again.
Yourself.
I instantly reinvented myself. Let me tell you the other opportunity we gonna have. I start making this.
But I like to cook, so it wasn't a big deal.
He liked to cook, and I didn't know he liked to cook. So then I became the salad lady. So amen.
So how are you liking LA?
I like LA except for the traffic. The traffic is boo boo. That's the word I learned. Sometimes boo boo.
Another word for Karen, baby. Say difficult. Just say traffic.
Yeah, it's different. It's different.
It's challenging.
Because I find that now I look at things not from the distance but the time. Because 8 miles could be an hour.
Yes.
8 miles could be an hour and a half on the road. And I'm like,
Yes.
how is this possible? Right? This don't make any sense.
It doesn't.
Right.
No.
So
How is it? May I ask a question? I know it's your interview.
No.
How is it outside of the traffic though?
no, outside that it's a wonderful
Because
place.
all
I mean,
roads for my husband leads to traffic.
right. That's true because I'm in it a lot. So I do want to drive it.
Let me just say, my nickname is
That's
Miss
the other
Daisy.
version of herself doesn't drive, right? There's the other version of herself too.
So one version of me don't cook, and the other version doesn't drive.
Doesn't drive.
Right.
I carried a heavy load for a long time, and all I could do was ask for what I like.
Yes.
And everybody is empowered to give me a full-on yes or a full-on no.
Yeah.
And no doesn't change me. No don't make me love you any less. Just tell me no. I have to hear no. Because I have learned how to ask for what I need. I've learned how to stop expecting people to read my mind.
That's good.
I've learned that a quiet mouth does not get fed. I've learned that I cannot serve from my cup any longer. I must fill my cup all the way up and only serve from my saucer.
That's good.
My overflow. So I've learned how to ask for the things that leave me in overflow and then leave everyone in choice. That's what I learned. It took me a long time to learn that, though, because I'm a people pleaser. I want to make everybody happy. I want to make them love. But I realized, hold on. Martyrdom is believing that you must sacrifice your joy, your life, and your happiness so those around you can feel fulfilled when they didn't ask you to do that. When they didn't ask you. And so because my husband makes it safe for me, I actually ask for everything I want. Now, he tells me no. He tells me no. He will tell me, listen, let me ask him, watch this, let me ask him to go on a high Ferris wheel.
No, Ferris wheel is all right. I'm good with the Ferris wheel. I'm just not going on the roller coaster because my belief is this. I said, somebody has to live to tell a story.
Somebody has to live to tell the story.
And so I'm good with being the cameraman. You ever notice when those disasters happen, there's always somebody filming. There's always somebody capturing the image. That's going to be me. I don't want to be the one that on the film getting killed or maimed. No, I can be the one who's shooting the film because that's the one who tells the story. I like to tell the story.
So he knows his nose
Right.
with me because I do ask. I ask for a lot. And I'm okay with the no's. Because his no doesn't determine his love for me. Mm-hmm. Like when you stop attaching no to your worth, your no and my worth are not equal. So tell me no as many times because if I hear no enough, there's somewhere behind the no is a yes. Mm-hmm. And I had to get used to that as a businesswoman because I was afraid to offer my services just in case I hear the no.
Yep.
Well, I'm missing the yes as well.
Facts.
And so, so it's been a really wonderful learning journey to open up and to give me a chance and to give us a chance and to give my voice a chance and to learn how to love his children and to learn how to love his children's mother.
Yeah.
And to understand how to do that dance. Like the whole dynamic. That's why I didn't do any speaking engagements. I said, I got a whole job.
Yeah.
I got a whole job. I got humans that I've invited into my life.
And what were the ages?
At the time, 8 and 14.
Right, yeah.
Wow.
Wait, I just gotta say this. I moved in the house in the Bahamas to live by myself for my boyfriend to come over and hang out with me. I haven't had a boyfriend hang out in my house in years because I was a single mom. My son had just got married. I'm like,
your son got married?
My son got married before me, right? My son got married at 21. So my son is off with his wife and I'm moving to the Bahamas. What? what is this? This is living my dream.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, we're going to chase each other around the house. Let me just say, I'm just going to tell, we're going to chase each other around the house.
Yeah.
42 days later, COVID hits. I went from living in the house by myself. So I told him, don't let me stay over here by myself. And then the babies had to come because one was in school in Canada.
Yeah, at the time,
and
my son was doing school in Canada.
And
yeah.
Canada
High
was
school.
closing its borders.
Oh, wow.
And his
Nice.
daughter was over on one of the outer islands, and school wasn't going to be great over there. She stayed over there, or what? She just needed to. So all of a sudden, I went from in the house by myself, ready to chase him, to in the house with him, with 2 kids and 3 dogs.
Well, the dogs came later.
3 dogs.
90
I had,
days.
I had
90
dogs.
days.
I have dogs, and I would go. But here's the thing.
He would go feed the-
She talking about the dogs being there, but she caused the dogs come there because
I didn't want him
would
to
go.
leave.
I would go. Like I said, live not far away, so I would just go around the corner and feed my dogs, let
And
them
come
do
back.
that, and come back.
This me, hold
But-
on.
But she would be like,
What you doing?
Where you going?
I'm going to go
Come
feed
back.
the dogs.
What you doing?
Well, why don't you just bring the dogs here? Okay, so now that's how the dogs got. So
I had them believing that I was allergic to dog poop. I had the kids.
She said I have to ask.
Go ask for what you want.
Yeah,
y'all
ask
clean
for
up.
I had to-
that's for y'all.
I'm allergic. I'm allergic to it. Makes me break out in hives. So I would say, kids, I'm going into the backyard. They say, wait, let us go clean it up. Okay.
I'm allergic to it.
I'm allergic.
That is hilarious.
yeah,
So we had this beautiful collision of family and culture.
Now, wait, so the driving, did you bring that up to say that he drives you around in LA?
Whenever she's got to drive, most times if it's not Uber, it's me.
Okay.
Now, no, not so much Uber no more. It's
just you.
now it's just
You
me.
Uber.
It's just
Well,
me.
he's my Uber.
Look at that.
Yeah.
See? And I see y'all got the coordinating thing going on too. So
Yeah.
so I just it I was the first time I said, oh, can you put this on? I'm not understanding. The next thing I know, she have this on too. I'm like, hey. So I'm like, I don't like this matching stuff. She says, it's not matching, baby. It's coordinated.
coordinated.
It's coordinated.
That's coordinated.
So now as I look across at you, now you realize this is a universal thing.
It's a universal
right,
thing.
right.
It's
So this is
universal.
what happens.
Coordinated.
So yeah, now I find I
You see
coordinate
us
a
when we
lot.
online and we working out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes when he get up, because he get up at old dark 30.
Yeah,
Right, he up at 4:30 because he trains groups.
Yeah.
Right, he has a company called Uplift, and he trains particularly women 40 and over.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so he gets up, and I be trying to peek at him, and with a little bit of light to see what color it is. So sometimes his green will look like it's like a dark yellow. So I come out there with my dark yellow.
And she'd be mad because she don't have the same
So I
color
run.
on.
I'm like,
She'll go back
"Excuse me."
inside and change. Now she got smart though, because she'll call me.
Take a
She'll
picture.
call me, take a picture of
on
what she
fast
got
time.
on, and send it back to me.
But you have to understand the level of love that's in my sales for this man. I ain't ever wanted to match somebody. I was never the Disneyland couple. Ever. No. I'm not. No, you do you, I do me.
Yeah.
And then I fell in love. Honey, it's not the same print. It's just the same color.
Right. It's the same color scheme, right?
So I one of the things that I'm committed to is to honor my husband while I honor my calling, and to recognize that I never have to choose, because God is a God of abundance. He wouldn't give me this to make me choose. And I'm always saying, God is not a God of either or. He's a God of expand your territory, enlarge my territory. So I'm constantly finding, how do I enlarge? This is our first time. We just did a 21-day challenge for women. It was a 21-day grown woman 2.0 challenge.
Grown Woman 2.0, yeah.
21 days of working out. Because I want to work out. I want to stay fit. I was obese for 19 years. I was morbidly obese for 4 of those years. So this body is important to me. I know what it feels like to not live in it. I know what it feels like to climb over the discomfort. And so I'm constantly finding, how can the calling on my life and your life swirl in the same circle? We don't have to be twins, but we can complement each other. So this challenge was the first one we did together. like really did together. Like we co-created it.
Oh well, yeah.
And we
'Cause
designed
I was gonna
it.
say we did one when we first like way back in the day.
But this one was, and it felt, so I'm still dabbling in the co-creation. I've created all of the forms of contribution to the planet by myself. All of it. I do some partners every now and then, but never with the partner.
Never
And I
with
was
the
very
partner.
protective of him at first. I just want you to be my husband. I just want to be your wife. Let me learn that first. Let me learn that first. Because I can, as a business partner, she ain't a joke.
You'll come in and scale his whole. You be like,
Yeah,
let's do this, let's do this. You be like,
I know, because it'll come out of the blue sometimes. We just chilling. I'm thinking I'm gonna watch a movie or something. She's like, babe,
Where's
here's
your
what we
caption?
need to do.
Where's
You
your-
go get your laptop.
you like, I'm just trying to
Do
watch.
you have your next 3 posts? I need you to post them. Don't record them each day. Record 5 in one day. How many you do that? You only did 3? Then I have to go, hold up. We in bed.
Yeah. Right.
I'm learning. I'm learning.
You learning.
I'm learning.
Turn that side of your brain off.
Right.
I've been a CEO longer than I've been a wife.
It's good.
I've been a leader longer than I've been a wife. I've been a gladiator, change maker longer than I've been a wife. So I have to dig deep into my wife roots, deep into my wife learning, because I want to learn how to be a wife at the utmost, not a perfect wife, but a wife that constantly makes progress. That's all. It just constantly makes progress. And one of the best ways to make progress for me, fall on the sword faster. Out my issues. Check myself. Am I defending? Am I talking to be right? Am I talking to have the last word? Am I talking to get back to unity? Sometimes the best thing I can say is let my lips touch and don't say nothing. Like constantly inside that dance. I'm constantly in that self introspection. Just how am I being as a wife? I don't need to learn how to be a CEO. I'm not the best CEO, but I'm a good CEO. That muscle is developed. This muscle is still new. And so I don't lean into, I see people all the time leaning on the muscle that they know the best. They default to that.
Yep.
At the dinner table. They default to at the party. You can come to a party at my house and you never know that I was a motivational speaker.
True.
I don't motivate at my family parties. I karaoke.
Let me ask you this though, Lisa. So you have nobody coaching you to be a wife? Do you have any mentors that's teaching you?
I do. I don't have like formal mentors, but I've been picking up on mentorship for years, long before he came. Long before he came, I was sitting at the feet of people who fought fair, who apologized faster, who would share with me their dark corners.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been sitting at the feet. I could tell you that I am a really good student.
Yeah.
I'm a good student. And I knew, and I got to tell you this, when I was 33, I have a good friend of mine, Barry Spilchuck. He said, you got a big calling on your life, Lisa. So I want you to not be dismayed if God does not have marriage in your cards. He said he may. I'm not sure, but your calling, the way you touch people. Some people, you look at a Mother Teresa or Mahatma Gandhi, their calling is so big that they're called to do this work, and they're not marriage isn't a calling. And I was kind of shook up. I was like, okay, I'm 33, right? Jelani is like 4. I was like, okay. So at that moment, I stopped. I was never praying for a husband, but I started praying for peace of mind. And that was one of the greatest catalysts because God gave me peace of mind.
Yeah.
So I started praying for peace of mind, God, on whatever your divine assignment is on my life. So I prayed differently. I didn't pray to develop me for my husband. I prayed for me to accept whatever my calling is. And it was a husband, but it was cool because I had so much grace leading up to him. I had so much spaciousness. I didn't resist him, nor did I feel like I was late for him. I was just ready. Like, okay, get me ready, God, for whatever you say. So I prayed for peace of mind because I was resisting God's calling on my life for a long time around inspiring people. I didn't feel like I was qualified for that. So I knew what resistance was.
Yeah.
I was familiar with resistance, and I was familiar with how resistance left me feeling. And so I didn't want to resist this. So I
How long did you resist your calling when you knew in the beginning that you were supposed to inspire people?
probably about a good 7 years.
Wow.
And let me tell you why. I would
Thought
go
you were
to
about to say 8.
I like that.
you see that?
It's the magic number.
You see that?
I tried not to laugh.
I know.
I tried.
You see that?
I'm sorry.
I know. He got his back. I'm good. I get it. I earned all that. I always say thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I used to go to this conference at the very beginning of my desire to inspire. And every conference, every 6 weeks, they would play Dr. Martin Luther King. And it bothered me that I wasn't excited when they played Dr. Now, mind you, it's 800 people in this room. I am the only person of color at all white. I am one of 4 women, all men. And I am on average 18 years younger than everybody there.
Dang.
So I'm 33. So they're 49 older white men. That's about the age. And this man is playing Dr. King in this room. Or surround sound. It was phenomenal. And I'm struggling as to why don't I feel happy? Why do I feel this discomfort? And I would feel this discomfort. And I would go back every 6 weeks to this conference. I became a facilitator, a teacher there very early on. And he would play this thing. And I'd be like, And then probably around the 9th time he played it, I ran out of the room crying. And that don't look good for one of your keynote speakers to run out the room crying like that. That's not good for the brand. And so afterwards, he came out after me. And I didn't even know why I was crying, sis. Until he talked to me enough. Like, I love being around conscious, awake people because they'll help you wake up to yourself.
Yeah.
And he pulled it out of me. He said, what is it about his voice? What is it about that speech? And what I found, and this is why I resisted it, is that I felt in some small way God was asking me to do the 2021st century version of a Dr. King conversation. That I wouldn't be the only one, but that I was an integral part of connecting, building bridges and melting walls and creating possibility and putting white and black and Asian and Latino and young and old in the same room. That was the assignment. It wasn't clear to me yet, but I felt it. I felt the tug.
You felt the weight of it.
Yeah, I felt the weight. I felt the gravity of it.
Yeah.
And all I could see, my son was 3. And all I could see was that he lost his life. And he left 4 kids without a daddy. All I could see was that if you want me to do anything remotely like he did it, it could cost me what it cost him. And
Yeah.
I'm not ready to pay that. That's what I got clear on that day. And that's where my resistance lived. And so I start working on that. I start working on being willing to pay the price. I worked on being willing to pay the cost. I worked on being willing. I worked on that. I didn't work on the message. I didn't work on the exposure. I didn't work on getting covered. I worked on being willing because I hadn't gone all in yet. I had yet to give everybody my all yet. I was just giving them 75% and still captivating rooms, but you ain't even seen my all yet because I don't want it to cost me. I don't want you to really love me. I don't want too many doors to really open. I don't want that. This is cool. I'm cool right here. And so I started working on that. And the day I remember like it was yesterday, when I got on my face, oh my God, I was in Dallas.
Look at that, full circle.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I was in Dallas at a conference for 3,000 women. And I always listen to spiritual music before I go out. And I got to get my makeup on. I'm supposed to be on stage in like 50 minutes. And I'm listening to some Yolanda Adams. I'm listening to I'm listening to everybody. I got the whole cycle going. And all I could hear myself saying out of the blue, God, I say yes to you. God, I'm going to give you my whole yes. That's when it started. What I thought was a moment, God, I'm going to give you my whole, I start shaking. God, I'm going to give you my whole yes. I got to get up out the chair. God, I'm going to give you my whole, I laid down because I needed to be in a complete surrender. I couldn't be in any posture of power. I laid on the floor. I don't like hotel floors. I got germ issues. So God I had me all covered. I wasn't thinking about anything. I laid on the floor and I started surrendering. God, I give you my whole yes. God, I give you my whole yes. I say yes. It's a whole yes. Now this is 15 years earlier. Full circle. I built a whole company at 75%. Y'all don't understand me. Like when your superpower is delicious, you got to watch out that you don't leave with something left in you.
Yeah.
So I'm on the floor and everybody's getting nervous because they knocking on the door. Now I got 20 minutes and I am, y'all, crocodile Viola Davis snotty nose on the floor. Now my nose is red, congested, and I don't care. I'm in a whole conversation exchange with God because I finally felt my own all in. I felt my own all in. And my executive assistant at the time, she was my armor bearer too. She was my iron sharpens iron. Everybody freaking out. She said, wait, she'll be all right. This is non-negotiable. If she make you wait an extra 5 minutes, I promise you what's going to come out of her on the other side is going to be worth it.
Yeah.
When I tell you. Anyway, so I was afraid. I realized so much of my fear was in being ostracized. So much of my fear was being in belonging. I've always been different. I'm a unicorn. And unicorns don't know where to go until they find each other. And we don't find each other easily because we walk around with our unicorn horn in our back pocket, all disguising ourselves as horses. Because there's more horses. And I'm not disrespecting or dishonoring the horses, but we just want to fit in. So we act like we're not unicorns. And we put powder, we put powder over the hole. You know what I'm talking about. And I just decided I'm gonna just let my unicorn be a unicorn. And that took a while. It took a while for me to let myself attract people of every nationality. It's just who I am, and that's okay, and it doesn't make me less black.
That's right.
To attract everyone of every denomination, and sometimes no denomination, and it doesn't mean I love God any less. That I can attract people of every financial level, and it doesn't mean I haven't earned my wealth, but it doesn't mean I don't know what the hustle feel like.
Yes.
Like I had to land in my shoes, sis, and go, hold up. You're all right in all of your differences. Sorry.
That's all right.
What I love is a juxtaposition between both of your callings. Your calling, because I believe being a husband is a calling, being a wife is a calling, and you had to go through the same transformation, the same heart posture of surrender. 1 year, 8 years for one, 7 for the other. The number 7 is completion, the number 8 is new beginnings. And so how God had to just transform you and take you to this heart posture of surrender for you to walk into the greatest title that you ever had. A woman who carried so many titles throughout her years, now the greatest title of wife. Sometimes people have relegated that title to be subservient these days. Right. And that's the greatest service that we could ever be. I tell people all the time is the title of husband is great for me. That is the greatest title I could ever carry because it's a God-ordained title. Yes. And so what's so beautiful about that? And so I love the fact that you have a husband that is able to cover you and carry you and keep you protected and says, I'm not going to dim your light. I'm going to let you shine. Yeah. And I love what he said to you at the very beginning when you were like, trying to pit this alpha man against like, well, why aren't you doing this? And it's like sometimes we get brainwashed by unhealthy pursuits.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's
Yeah.
this unhealthy pursuit. And you'd be like, all right, I can chase you. It's a funny quote that I used to hear during COVID. It was this meme, and it says that guys be like, get dressed so I can take you for granted. You know?
Yeah.
So he said, get dressed so I can take you for granted. And a lot of times, a lot of women find that to be
Yes.
what pursuit
Yeah.
looks like. I want to take you, I want to do this or whatever, but he has no intentions for you.
Right.
He has no goals.
It's another
He has
notch on the gun.
Yeah.
Period.
Sure it is.
Period.
Yeah.
And the one be like, but at least he choosing me. At least he's doing this. He's like, and you said, but he's not choosing you. He's choosing you temporarily.
Yeah.
I want to keep you.
Yeah.
I want you to be my wife. I want you to carry my name. And so that's such a beautiful love story that you have. I want you to share something real briefly before we wrap up. Marcellus, I want you to look at that camera and I want you to speak to men. Whatever's on your heart, I want you to share whatever God lays on your heart to speak directly to the hearts of men.
Wow. I mean, all I can say is, just be yourself. Be true to who you are. I know society tells us you're supposed to be this or you're supposed to be that. One of the hardest lessons I learned, one of the best lessons, I shouldn't say hardest lessons, because it wasn't a hard lesson. It's just a lesson that I think has made the difference for me is that, I stopped trying to, like Lisa said, stop trying to please everybody. Because at the end of the day, there's always going to be somebody that's dissatisfied with who you are. I use an analogy when I used to do the news. I would smile a lot. At the end of it, until one person called and said, "You smile too much," and so it made me stop smiling. And then what happened was people called and said, "Why you stop smiling?" And I realized, you know what? I can't please everybody.
Facts.
So my thing was, the people who are around you, the people that matter to you, are the people that you need to be concerned with. Don't be concerned with all the things, all the noise in the market. Be concerned with what is important to you. That's why I could leave my job and go to be with my wife, because at the end of the day, that was what was important to me. So stop letting society shape who and what you are. Be who you are. You know who are inside of you. You know what feels right. And at the end of the day, just take on that and just be the best version of you at the end of the day. So
I love
that's
it.
what I would say.
I love it. I want you to grab that box. Grab the box. There's going to be 2 Sharpies in there and 2 keys. Y'all can use the box to write on top of it with the key, the paper. And I want y'all to write a key to love, and then sign your name.
On one key?
No, you can get one individually.
Okay.
And I'm gonna sell the key that Lisa Nichols does on eBay. It's gonna start off at $10,000.
Bidding will start at.
It's starting at $10,000, y'all.
Wow.
So write a key to love. So what you think about this, Ashley?
I mean, this is such a full circle moment for me because I just love Lisa. I
Yeah.
love what she represents. I love that there's, I'm going to just say, a shortage of Black women who do the work that she does in motivational speaking on that level. And so to sit here tonight and get to hear the business side transform into this wife, for me, there's so many, and she's like from my city.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's so many parallels, which I'm sure you and I will
We're gonna talk
unpack.
about it all night.
So this conversation exceeded my expectations, and I know that our Lit Fam is going to be like just amazed at what they're going to learn from this. This is a whole masterclass. Like, I'm gonna go back, write this at like she was listing the 7 I was like, wait a minute, 7 stages. And I mean, there's just so many gems. So this was awesome.
Yeah, I didn't know Lisa was so funny. I did not know that. I said she's absolutely hilarious.
I'm a bootleg
You're a
comedian.
bootleg comedian.
I'm bootleg. I could never pay the mortgage with it because I'm an opportunist. I can't write a joke I can't remember the joke, but I can slide in. one.
Slide in real quick and jump back out. So it's funny because when I was talking to Marcellus, he said what attracted him to you was your laugh.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because I see how funny you are. And I was like, oh, she has and like a lot of people wouldn't expect someone like you to have this great sense of humor. And I don't know if this has always been you or you had to find this joy in you.
Amen.
You
It's
know,
always
so-
been. I take great pride in my goofy.
Good.
Because she reminds me that I don't have to be serious all the time, nor do I need to be perfect.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always unhooking myself from people's perception. I love that.
Yeah.
I love unhooking myself and walking down off the pedestal and feeling my feet on the ground so that we can walk side by side. And I love that. And in this season, it's a little harder because, you know, I walk in the rooms and they use phrases like, she a living legend.
Yeah. That's true.
Legend?
That's what I said when you walked in.
Thank God it's a living.
Thank God for be living.
But I also know that I needed examples.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a lot, like you said, sis. Wasn't a lot of sisters who walked the journey like me. So I'm grateful to be here with you guys.
Thank you for being here.
Grateful
Who want to go
for the
first?
time.
Where are we going?
We're gonna read what's on the
Oh
key.
wow! Okay, so I didn't know we had to read it.
Yeah.
All right. So I just always put each other first, man. That's that's the end of the day. Put each other first before anything else. If you wanna keep your relationship strong, put each other first. So that's what I put.
first.
You do keep me first.
I try my best.
You do. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for being who you are. Yeah.
Live from your soul, then love from your soul, and forgive fast.
Why is that important? Live from your soul.
Because I think that you're an unrepeatable miracle. Your DNA can never be done again. Like, that says something.
Yeah.
And your soul has a conversation. Your soul has a desire. Your soul has an assignment. Your mind will talk you out of it. But your soul has an assignment. And when you love from your soul, I said live from your soul, love from your soul. When you love from your soul, it feels like what I think ours felt like. It's quiet. Our love wasn't noisy. It's never been noisy because we loved from such a cellular place first. So we didn't care about the optics. We didn't think about the optics. We didn't get caught up in the optics. And then forgive fast. I forgive fast because I've learned the lesson that when you hold someone else in resentment, you hold yourself hostage. And in this season, you deserve all the peace that you can get. And so the world is going to be noisy. Don't make your mind noisy with validating vengefulness or grudges. So forgive fast.
That's good. All right, so push the microwave. I mean, the microphones. Said microwave. I got hungry. Yeah, push the microwave. Push the microphone.
Funny you said that because I was just thinking, dang.
I am hungry. Yeah. I said, push the microwave. Push the microphone away, and y'all gonna hang that up in that center rung.
Can you go press the button so I can...
I love this.
The keys to love. Thank you. This is what I brought in after I got married to Ashley. Yeah.
Yummy, yummy.
Yeah. Just hang them up together.
In that
On the
center
same
hook.
one, that center one. On the little rope. Yep. Yep.
Oh.
Good. Acting all in love. You all in love, Lisa? Marcellus, you in love?
All the time.
Y'all can pull the microphones back. Anything that y'all have that y'all want to promote?
Wow,
Need the
promote.
family to find out about.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you happen to have a lady in your life that's over 40 and she needs to try to get herself, trying to get herself back on track as far as exercise and movement again, I always say no place like being in a community that understands. I started doing fitness full time because I moved to LA, but it was something that was in me before. And it was because, one was my mom died. She was overweight, and I didn't help her. And I felt bad about that. I was guilty for it a long time. And then now I have a wife and 2 sisters, right? And so all of them over 40. And I want them to be around as long as possible.
Yeah.
So the way to do that is just do my part.
And I asked him for a space that didn't just deal with my muscles, but that we can pray, we can celebrate ourselves. So it's a full community. In 1 hour, you work out, you celebrate each other, you pray together. And so the workout is a whole body, a whole spirit.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
it's
We
called
dance.
uplift mind and body.
And how they get connected?
I'm at Uplift. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. You just look for Marcellus Hall of Fitness. That's me. And and just reach out. My link is in the bio, that kind of stuff, and all that good things. And
Uplift mind and body.
uplift mind and body. Yeah.
And in one of your posts, did I hear something about the connection between working out and Alzheimer's?
Right. Okay. So yeah. So Alzheimer's is actually, they've discovered, is another form of diabetes, right? So diabetes 3, I think is what they call it, right?
And that can be prevented.
And that can be prevented by movement, right? Because the more muscle you have, that's the body's way of controlling sugar in your blood system, right? So if you have, and this is not, when I think women freak themselves out when they hear muscle, because they're like, oh, I don't want to be up.
Yeah.
So scratch that. It's near to impossible for you. What the level of training and supplementation and all that other stuff that you would have to go through to get to that thing that you see on in those pictures or whatever have you.
Bodybuilders.
It's not what's gonna happen, right?
So once I figured that out and I started following his system, the strength that I feel, the consistency, my core muscles, the way that I'm able to move, the amount of things I'm able to do in a day, the amount of states I'm able to go to and feel good. I celebrated my 60th birthday this year. And I love that because I got that wisdom. I love that even more in the body that I'm in because I feel strong. So I start following suit.
Yeah. And it's very important, especially if you're over 40, because that's when your body's going through all the changes, right? You got menopause, perimenopause, all that stuff, and your body's just shifting. And women find all of a sudden I'm putting on this weight. I don't understand why this is happening. I'm doing the same things I used to do. Yes, you're doing the same things you do when you're in your 20s and your 30s. Doesn't work anymore when your hormones shift, right? So now what do? Do I accept it, or is there something I can do to combat it? And there is. It's just simply strength training. Don't be afraid of it, right? You eat properly and you keep your muscles strong. And you're going to guarantee yourself the capacity to be strong and healthy as you age. And so
he's a little passionate about it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Love it.
I love that. And what I love is how the community of women, we've been together for 5 years.
Yeah.
So
started as a challenge. 21. She asked me to do a 21-day challenge, and now 5 years later, I still got a lot of the ladies still hang with me. Yeah,
That's good.
So it's cool.
Lisa, what you got going on?
Oh, so much.
Where do I begin?
But when I look at this community, what I've really been focusing on, I thought about you guys last night. I actually went to bed with you on my heart. We were looking at some of your stuff last night, really loving what you stand for. So I just want to celebrate you and honor you for depositing a ripple of just amazing transformation. And what I do is I'm really excited about some of my online transformational works that I'm doing, as well as some of my live. In April of next year, we are doing Breakthrough in Bali. And taking groups, some couples, individuals, and doing a 5-day breakthrough, primarily for leaders, gladiators, and change agents who need a place to take your cape off. And you need a place to catch your breath, to redesign, re-choose, press reset, reinvigorate, recharge, all REs. And so that you can come home and cape on and clock back in. But where do we go? Where do gladiators go? So I'm excited about that breakthrough retreat, and that will soon, like I'm I'm literally shooting some of that video here in one of your studios because I was supposed to shoot it earlier for Bali.
That's good.
So I'm shooting all the videos now, so you can be in the first line. It's not a large group of people that are going, but enough. And then I'm excited about working with partners like the two of you and bringing breakthrough to people virtually.
Yeah.
And doing some virtual breakthrough retreats because I did that a lot. I still do it a lot, and it works.
Yeah.
It starts the process. And so go to Motivating the Masses, Motivating the Masses, or just go to Lisa to Motivate, LISA, the number 2, Motivate. Follow me anywhere. And when you follow me, you'll be the first to hear about it. It'll
Yeah.
be coming out real soon, or go on our website, motivatingthemasses.com, and see where we're going.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Man, no, it's an honor. It's such an honor, and I know as soon as we're gonna leave, Ashley gonna be like, "Are we going to Bali?" I already know it. I
It's like she said it was a small group of people, so I didn't want to put myself out there because then if I said, "Are we invited?"
Well, you got to understand when I say small,
yeah.
how many that means.
Okay.
Right. So
Okay.
when I say small, it ain't 8.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
It's enough.
I didn't know, but I didn't want my feelings to get hurt on
Right.
these,
You don't have to.
YouTube streams.
Right. No, you don't have to.
Lisa Nichols tells her no. She goes viral because she puts her head down and she eats her words.
Right.
Shouldn't have asked that.
So listen, I would love to have the two of you.
Yes. Yes.
Not only would I love to have the two of you in Bali, I would love to talk about how we can extend some of your work that you do and deep dive with people if it feels right. I love what you're up to. I love what you stand for as individuals and collectively.
Amen.
And in this season, I am very clear that superpowers connected are much more powerful than they are individually.
Yeah. Wonder
They,
twins.
they don't know.
They know what Wonder Twins
I'm
was.
You don't know about the activate? Oh,
48.
I was like, I don't know.
Disrespecting me. I'm 48. Now this one she may not
I had
know.
an auntie moment. I'm like, wait, baby, that might be like the LP. That might be like the 8-track. Is it like the 8-track? Like, did you see my look? I was
Yeah,
like,
she looked like me like, I'm 48.
okay, man. You got the pass. You got the pass. Well, listen, I've been going through a lot because my son, I showed him a 45, he and my niece. And my niece said, Auntie, how many songs are on that 45? I said, 1. They just looked at each other. She said, why do you have all that plastic for one song? I said, I don't know.
We never
Right,
understood
never thought
that.
about it, right?
That's just how it used to be. And so I said, you never heard about the album? She said, no. And my son, I don't have old moments. I don't feel old. I mean, I'm not trying to be younger than I am, but I don't have old moments.
Yeah.
I had one. My son said, Mom, I know the album. It's the thing that the bird on the Flintstone play. He did this. I just, do you know the bird on the Flintstone?
That's how I used to play it.
Right, you play the record,
A little bird
right.
put a little
And
beat on
I
the
know
thing.
you just didn't put me with the Flintstone. Did you abba dabba do me? Did you abba dabba do me? Anyway, that was my first old moment. I was like, ooh. So you are welcome. You will be on the pre-invite list to
Yes.
know
Yeah.
because
Yes.
it will fill up fast because people have been waiting on me to do something. And then in Bali, hi.
Yes.
That'd be
Hi.
dope.
You
So,
have me
yeah.
at Bali.
Yeah,
and
let's
at Breakthrough.
collaborate. I can get all these folks on Dear Future Wifey to come
Yeah.
join us.
No, I
yeah.
got something for you. That's great. That's great if they come there. But I got something that puts the blessings in your community.
Okay.
Because I heard you last night online. We were looking.
Oh,
at
yeah.
it on
You were talking
YouTube.
about the subscriptions and all that
and
stuff.
because we're
how-
doing deals. I said,
Right.
listen, give me a charge. I said, hold on. What I do know how to do
Well, I do know how to.
is to create multiple revenue streams. Leave me alone. I was talking about love today. So I know I want to do something that turns around into your ministry.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
I definitely appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And when
Yeah.
you serve in an abundant way, you go, no, let's make it a crazy win for everybody.
There it is. To God be the
I would
glory.
love to do that.
Thank y'all so much.
Hey,
How
it's
do you
been a pleasure.
how do you concentrate looking at her?
Man, let me tell
That's
you
what I'm saying.
something.
How does he look at this when
Like,
she
how
walked
do you
in? I was just like,
concentrate?
the light.
I'm looking at her. I'm like, I know you see love crush on my eyes. Like
You don't do this because I hadn't cried. But
I girl.
I will. You don't know. And I was trying not to fangirl because you have no, I made a video in the car probably when it had to be like 2016. And I was like, I'm sick of this. I was like, I want to motivate. And I really wanted to motivate people. I wanted to speak to people, but I didn't know how to do it. So I was like, there's no black women except for Lisa Nichols. And we need to change this. And I was like, one day I'm going to meet her. And I'm going to pour into people, and I'm going to finally find my voice and just really, make a difference. Like similar. That's why I asked you personally, like selfishly, some of the questions. How long did it take you?
Yeah, she was asking from us standpoint.
So let me ask you a question. Do you still have that dream?
Woo!
If you didn't have to figure out the how, because sometimes we minimize the what because we're trying to attach it too soon to the how. So leave the how over there. The what? Does your soul have a conversation that it wants to have and inspiring women or men or everybody? Is that still a yes, even if it's a quiet yes, because you haven't figured out the how yet?
Yeah.
Is it still a yes?
It is.
Okay. So look at me.
Ooh, Lord.
I'm sitting across from you now.
Don't do it.
No, I'm a real talk.
Yep.
I'm sitting across from you now. So first of all, I want you to know that your decisions since 2016, your decisions landed us here.
Facts.
So congratulations on the woman that you have chosen to become. That there was no hookup. Still looking for my hookup. It does not exist. You are that. There was no pardon. There was no mercy. There was no charity. There was you. Faith and grind. Faith and grind. Faith and grind. And that's what led us here. So I ask you, do you still have that dream? Because I know somebody who know a little something about how to do that.
Ooh, Jesus. Yes.
He's listening to
Yes.
Do you still have it? Okay.
I created a program and everything.
Great. Before I leave, I'll give you my number.
About to walk off.
I'll give you my number. We'll carve out time. We'll get on the phone and I'm just going to listen. So you come ready. Because all I'm going to do is listen to everything you want and then I'll show you the map. And all I ask is that you make both our time worthwhile by being in action. And anytime that chatter kicks in and tries to talk you out of it, you do the work that I talked about earlier.
Okay.
Okay?
Let me tell you something that's so prophetic about this moment. And I'm going to share this, and I know Ashley shouldn't mind. But I asked her while we were dating, what is a dream that you have that you put on the shelf and felt unworthy to pursue? And she talked about the belief gap, this program that she wanted to do to motivate people. And she brought up your name.
Really?
Yes, she did. And she said, I said, I am going to help bring that to fruition. I said, I have the platform to do that. And she was like, well, I don't want people thinking that I just got with you because I said, I don't care what people say. If you don't,
there you go.
People say, I said, if you married me, it needs to come with some benefits. And I said, so I don't care what people may say. And I said, and truthfully speaking, that's a lie you told yourself. People are not even going to care.
No.
I didn't know this moment was going to take place. To be honest with you, I didn't even think about it. Having you on the yellow couch, I didn't even go back to that conversation I had about that until she started asking certain questions in the interview. And I said, that sounds like...
That's personal.
Yeah, I said, this is personal. So she ain't asked no deep questions like this. Like, she asked some thought-provoking questions, but I knew that she was speaking from her soul.
Yeah.
And then for God to allow you to pour in this moment.
To see a little sister.
Period.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Period. And she will never, ever ask you that because she's used to being around celebrities all the time with the career that she has, and she don't believe in asking for much of anything.
Yeah. That's why I offered.
And that's why God allowed you to do that.
I recognize. I see you. I see me and you. I understand how lonely it can be. I understand how you have something in you and it needs to come out and you need a midwife. You can't give birth to it by yourself. I get it. And I really get it because I didn't have one. I didn't have one. And there's no way it needs to take you as long as it took me, and to be hard for you as hard as it was for me. And I'll never talk about the wounds or the scars, and it doesn't matter. I'm here right now.
But that's why you're the living legend. Because you didn't have someone to give you the roadmap. And I knew when I did that video, I knew how hard it was for you. And so I just want you to know that I admire you. And this is such a full circle moment. And I do not believe in crying on these internet streets. But I want you to know that, like, I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy for your journey and inspired by it. And I will not waste your time. So I appreciate in advance the conversation that
I've been
will
waiting on you. Let me tell you something. I had to work hard to walk through those doors. But every time I walk through a door, I took the hinges off for you. Trust and believe. I have earned enough credit in that industry, in this industry, to walk you through a door and it not be questioned. And so it was lonely. I prayed to God to send me somebody. And I remember this one woman outlining why I was the perfect person for her, all the things she had been praying for. And I remember going back to my hotel room mad at God. My God, I was praying for that too. You didn't give me that. You gave her that. And God said, that's because I was creating that in you. So I didn't ask for this. I didn't. And I love it in this season. I get it. Because I'm supposed to meet you.
Yeah.
And you make it worthwhile. You make it worthwhile. The good steward you will be. With the insight. So this is done. It's done. And then you'll go off and you'll do it, and I'll sit on the sidelines. I'm in my season. I don't need to be LeBron James anymore. I don't need to be Kobe Bryant. I don't need to be Magic Jordan. This is Michael Jordan. Magic Johnson or Michael Jordan.
There you go.
Them people. This is my season to be Phil Jackson.
Yes. Coach.
Phil coached them all.
Yeah.
That brings me more joy. I honestly, sitting on the sideline watching you nail it, brings me more joy. I don't need to make another basket. I'm gonna watch you make 10,000. And that's the season we're in. I never just say yes to interviews like this. There's a whole system to go through to get me on an interview. My team don't know where I am right now. They're like, she MIA. No, real talk. They're like, she has gone rogue. Because I said, don't worry about this. I got this. Because I'm just letting my spirit guide me. Not my attorney, not my COO, not just, I got this.
That's why I introed this at the beginning. I was like, to get somebody like this.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry. Yeah, I was where I'm supposed to be. So obedience is in the air everywhere.
Yeah.
And I want to hear. I want to hear about how can I support you? What can you do? Now, you're going to do your own sit-ups. I'm not giving you a hookup because then I'll cripple you.
Yep.
But I will show you how to shoot your shot. Okay?
That's all I need. And thank you for using Phil Jackson as a reference because we're from LA.
Hi. You
Yes.
know.
Yes.
You know,
Whatever.
did you know that he used to have the Lakers pass the ball with their eyes closed? Did you know that he used to
believe
have
it.
them meditate and do a breath work exercise together? And all the other coaches would call him the weird coach. What they call? They had these names for him, and he had his team so in sync because they had to pass the ball with eyes closed. They had to breathe together. They had to get their breath on the same breathing pattern in the locker room before they can come out. It was it's crazy. And in his book 11 Rings, he talks about I was okay to be different, to follow what I knew to be right. I wanted my team to be calibrated. Calibrated. And so,
And that he did.
Wow. The very best.
11 rings.
Anyway,
Thank you.
let's find an excuse. Soon as the camera go off, I'm gonna tell you my idea.
There it is.
Well, hurry up.
Here we go. So, may the love you share today outlive the season you're in.
May it carry you through the days when words are few
And faith has to do the talking. Y'all give it up for me, y'all. God bless you.
Ladarian, thrusted suddenly into Child Protective Services in 2015. My nephew, Black, a boy. The likelihood of being adopted outside of kinship, slim to none. Armani, 16 years old, Black, a boy, with 5 years in the foster care system before I even knew his name. The likelihood of ever being adopted, yep, you guessed it, slim to none. While Ladarian and Armani were trying to survive and barely thrive in an overpopulated and underfunded foster care system, I was living my own life, doing well professionally. Having been a single father with a daughter who at that point was doing well in college, it was my time to live my life, right? Wrong. I felt unsettled, tireless, agitated. There are just too many of our Black children stuck in ambiguity and in the limbo of the foster care system. In 2017, I legally adopted my nephew, Ladarian. Fast forward to 2019, I had no ties to this other young king, but I felt God instructed me to adopt him also, and I obeyed. Starting over with parenting should have been enough, right? Working with various foster care and adoption agencies to help bring awareness to the countless young Black kings in the foster care system should have decreased my agitation, right? Joining the board of directors of Advantage Adoption, an organization that helps find permanent adoptive homes for children in foster care, should have led to some type of resolve, right? No, not at all. None of it felt like I had done enough. I now realize that every one of those experiences was laying the fundamental foundation for my life's mission, Kingdom Royale. Kingdom Royale will be a luxury, state-of-the-art home for foster boys. Our first location will be in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. We will utilize the whole person approach that instills identity, empowers them to advocate for themselves, and enlightens them regarding new perspectives and limitless options that they thought were impossible. Though the young kings will attend the local public schools that are in proximity to Kingdom Royale, our at-home curriculum will broaden their worldview through participating in the arts, attending various cultural events, learning about and engaging in multifaceted discussions about current events and even relevant historical context, introducing them to gardening and landscaping and even caring for our animals on our farm and on-site stables. We just launched our Startup Capital campaign with the goal of raising $2.8 million. Now, why $2.8 million? Well, in 2017, I created a web series in which I performed random acts of kindness for targeting the homeless community. One of the most notable successes was that one of the videos went viral, garnering 28 million views. However, one of my biggest regrets is that I didn't raise a single dollar to help in implementing a more sustainable plan for the homeless community. So throughout the years, with much remorse, I reflected on not maximizing that moment. I knew if at that time, just 10% of the viewers donated $1, we would have raised at least $2.8 million that could have really established long-term support for the homeless community, or at least started a long-term initiative to do so. This is my do-over. This is our new beginning. Together, we can attack this at the root by specifically helping our homeless Black boys who are already disproportionately represented in the American foster care system. I'm Laterris R. Whitfield. I've been nominated for 3 regional Emmys documenting my work with the homeless as well as my personal adoption journey. Despite those accolades, the greatest award for me is truly providing the infrastructure for a transformed life. Visit kingdomroyale.com for more details. Crown a king and make a donation today.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Dear Future Wifey podcast. Remember, be lit, live intentionally and transparently, and don't stop loving. Make sure to subscribe to our Dear Future Wifey YouTube channel. We're available on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Stitcher. We welcome your support. Simply share our podcast with your friends and family.